Hey, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the final Steel Toe evening show of the night. April and I had a phone call conversation today, and we decided that she's going to do 2 more shows, and then she's done. And then on Monday or Sunday night, Johnny and I are going to have a phone conversation where we decide Johnny's going to do 2 more shows, and then he's done. And then I believe it's just going to be me. I'll be sitting here doing shows. It'll be like Rush Limbaugh. We'll just be sitting here by myself. You know, you can dislike Rush Limbaugh, and you can think he sucks and, you know, his politics were wrong and whatever. I was never a big Rush Limbaugh guy. But think about that. That guy did, what, a 3-hour radio show by himself. No cosigns, no co-hosts, nothing. He just talked about politics.
It's impressive. For
3 hours a day. Like, Howard had a whole team around him. Mm-hmm. They could talk with him. Opie and Anthony had one another, and Jim Norton. Think of all the big shows you can think of, and they all have a team with them. They all have somebody with them. And Rush Limbaugh, whether it was arrogance or he just didn't need anybody else, he would just sit there and he would ramble on about the Republicans and the Democrats for 3 hours. I think Bill Maher put it best about Rush Limbaugh one time. Rush Limbaugh's job was to scare 20 million white people during their lunch break.
That sounds like fun.
That was Rush Limbaugh's job. The days of radio where you only had to keep people for like 15 minutes and your bosses were happy. They're like, you got to get those quarter hours. You got to get them to stay for a quarter hour, where if you get a listener to listen for 8 minutes, that counts as 15 in the ratings. So they want you to get a guy to listen for the last 8 minutes of a quarter hour and the first 8 minutes of a quarter hour. Get them for 16 minutes. That's what we want them for. I don't mean to brag. Steel Toe listeners always listened for about 46 minutes a day.
That's impressive.
46 minutes a day. Jesus, for the guys, it was over an hour. You fucking creeps.
Well, hey, when you kick Johnny and I off the show, then you can be king of the internet you've always wanted.
Yes, the king of the internet. You know what I want? Here's what I want.
Anal.
Besides that, I'm talking professionally, not personally.
Same thing.
I want 10,000 subscribers, and I want, between Rumble and YouTube, 1,000 people watching at the same time. Like right now, we're between 800 and 900 at a time between Rumble and YouTube. I get that over 1,000, and then I'm good. And then 10,000, and then I'm good. My goodness. And then once we hit that, then I want 25,000 and 2,500. And then,
well, you're going the right way.
Just up from there. Yeah. So we'll just keep going. Hit like, hit subscribe, do all of that awesome stuff. Let's go through the chat. Then let's talk about the lovely show we had this morning and the announcement we had this morning. Then we'll talk about some other things, and then we got some news for you. And then I don't want to be paranoid, and I don't want to be up my own ass, and I don't want to be arrogant, or I don't want to act like I have more influence than I do. But Misery Loves Company went 4 days a week because of us. Opie had the corn on, right?
Yes.
And we loved it, and it was great, and Opie was so likable, and now he's letting people Skype into his shows and talk to him.
Cardiff.
So Opie today had the corn back on, and he was very lovable and likable with the corn, and I can't help but think that Steel Toe's commentary, and he'll never admit it, he watches Steel Toe because he comments on the stuff we do. Our commentary on him with the corn and him turning us on the corn and everything has him leaning into the corn.
Well, I hope so.
I'm telling you. Guess who was on Opie's show today?
Cardiff Electric.
Sure, but guess who else?
Satan? I don't know.
Close. Jake Hudson.
Oh, no.
No, wait a minute.
Wait, no. That's not what I wanted to hear at all.
Hold on a minute. You know how you're starting to turn on Opie
that
to the good?
Feel good.
Yeah, you know how you're starting to turn on Opie towards the good? You're starting to believe in Opie Hughes?
Yes, do we have to ruin all good things?
No. You're going to like him more after the phone call with Jake Hudson. You're going to say, wow, Opie figured this guy out before any of us did.
What happened?
Instantly.
Just what happened?
Opie does not seem to have the time to be bothered by a Jake Hudson.
We don't take that phone call, though. How many warnings are out there on the internet about that guy?
There are quite a few.
How many?
There are quite a few.
Do we need like fucking runway lights full of red flags and sirens and all this shit? Like, don't talk to this person. They cause problems.
Yes.
Why does nobody listen?
That's what people would like.
Oh my God.
Did I say this was the final evening show of the night? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
The week.
I just didn't feel like correcting you.
Final evening show of the week is what I meant to say. Thank you, St. Watermelon Finger. We got a tough nut to crack with St. Watermelon Finger. We encourage people to hit the like button. And St. Watermelon Finger informed us he hasn't hit the like button in a month. So we got to do a show worthy. I want to see.
And a sure.
I want to see St. Watermelon's Finger touch that like button. That's what I want. Doc Brewski says, what the fuck did Corey do? Corey and I and April had a phone conversation yesterday. We talked about it on the show this morning. I think you were asleep for it. And Corey didn't feel like saying much. Like, I kept setting him up.
Yeah, check it out. I got you ready earlier than I usually do down here today. So I'm like, oh, I can sneak off for a quick nap before the show starts.
Yeah.
Didn't set an alarm. So I fucking slept over the whole thing.
Well, we put it out as a clip today. And, I just pointed out, I said, look, it seems that there's Corey's got a little bit of resentment on how we do the show here. He wanted to be on more shows with us. Like when we got invited as guests, he wanted to be on there. I did not know that. He doesn't necessarily like the way I do the show a lot of the times. He doesn't. What I got from the phone call, and Corey, I tried to be very fair to Corey this morning. And I kept throwing it to him, but he didn't seem to want to talk about it very much.
Okay.
And but you were on the phone call.
Mostly listening.
Yeah. But it did seem that I got the vibe from Corey, and I think he said as much in the phone call. I think he wants to do a show his own way.
Well, he told us he did.
Yeah.
He told us as a stand-up comedian versus the broadcaster, like you two like to do shows differently.
Yeah.
And he would kind of really like to be he said verbatim, I'd like to be in the Corey Adam business now and try something on my own.
And he's going to do that.
And he needs some time for that.
Yeah, we wish him all the best with that. So then it ended with, he's like, I like you. And I'm like, I like you too. I'm like, well, how about you do your last 2 shows of the month? And then, we go from there. And then you come back every once in a while. You go out, you do your own thing. You always have an open door here. And he goes, sounds great. It was like the dream split of a show. Like if you're a show where I'm having problems with Corey, Corey's having problems with me, but we like each other, why don't we do this now and that'll be better? I don't think it could have gone better. I
think the only thing I really snuck in the phone call was, this shit bums me out, but I hope for the best for everybody. So that's about all I got in there.
You were bothered by the Wednesday thing.
All I told him about that was, based on the very vulnerable conversation I'd had with him the weekend before, I was just confused.
Yeah.
It seemed really confusing, but I also don't think he knows what we had had going on over here, which is also okay. He didn't know. So I don't know. That's all I said.
I would say that the Wednesday thing didn't cause anything. The Wednesday thing made us have a conversation that I think has been brewing for a long time.
It wasn't how the phone call, it wasn't the phone call I thought was going to happen, because you're right. I think it sounded like something he said this a couple times too. He'd wanted to tell you some shit for a while, and this kind of cultivated that.
So I think, I've been
me.
saying for a while, Wednesday shows with Corey just have a different vibe to them, and Corey likes to do things his own way, and he didn't feel he could do those things his way on this show. And look, this all goes back to the radio days. I mean, Corey and I have had a different kind of approach to how we do these things going back to the radio days. This is not a new disagreement between the two of us. And now Steel Toe has a little bit more, I guess, clout online. I guess I don't want to say clout. I don't think it's that. We're nobodies, but we have a little bit of influence in a small community.
Some people know who we are.
Yeah, and he wants to take that for a ride, and I think that's totally fine.
That is fine, and I do wish the best for him. For me, I think it always sucks when the crew's breaking up.
I did hear from Corey today, though. He did text me that there are a lot of people who do not like this show, who are very angry at him and very angry at me that we didn't end this angry at each other. He was on his TikTok show, and I guess Meltdown was trying to stream snipe his Twitch show. And like, we got him. And like Corey just went flat out. He goes, no, you didn't get me. Like, we're both very happy with what's going on. It's a very amicable split. And then I guess Chad got mad last night and he ended his stream when we wouldn't do the hype train thing because we hit the goal. He wasn't paying attention. Melton, I guess, rage quit Corey's stream is what I heard from Corey because they didn't get the angry Corey and Aaron hate each other split that they wanted.
If that doesn't tell you guys that the trolls and incels just need anger and bitterness, right. I don't know what does.
Yeah,
because I thought, like I said, you said, I was in on the phone call. I said very little, but like how it ended seemed very
really
cordial
nice.
And professional as much as it could be between the two of you. Right. And I thought that was nice to see.
I hope he gets the MLC gig. I think he'd be a lot funnier than Chad. I think that show needs an injection of Corey. Hopefully Kevin doesn't use it as like this obsession he has with our show and he's always really curious about me and what I'm doing. Hopefully it's not that. I hope Bob seems to really enjoy the guy and he'd be a big improvement over Chad. Stevie J says Jake Hudson, the guy who Corey mistreated and antagonized on Twitch. Jake saw Corey as being steel toe. I don't know about any of that. Grinch Girl says, not gonna lie, would like to see Jake try to figure out a talking potato. They did bring him on with the corn. They brought Jake on with the corn today.
Like, did he like FaceTime or Skype in or something? Or was it just a phone call?
It was StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They were on StreamYard. And the potato and the corn were on together. And then there's Cardiff Electric, there's Corn Diff Propane, and there's Cordiff Natural Gas. And all three of them were on with Opie at the same time. Cardiff fucking hates both of them.
I get it. Cardiff's the original.
Cardiff was being very prickly about Cordiff and the others, and Cordiff was trying to be very cordial.
I have nothing against any of the vegetables out there. Or the propanes or anything. So I just understand what it must be like to be the original.
Yeah.
You know?
Corey probably got sick of the stupid drama stuff too, Coltrane said. We don't do stupid drama stuff. It comes to us. Like I said, for overtime, we'll cover somebody and goof on them. If you think we do drama stuff here, there's a lot of shows I need you to check out. Citizen M says Corey kept repeating the phrase "ask me in a week" on MLC whenever questioned about this phone call. So that's when we'll get the real story. Well, I mean, I don't think I could have given the more complete story today, and I encouraged Corey to tell his side of it, and he did as much as he did today. There is no full story to that phone call. I mean, without lying, it wasn't very exciting. It was kind of how I laid it out. Corey and I yelled at each other about what we resent about one another, and then we went, yeah, but I like you. And I'm like, yeah, how about you do the next 2 weeks, and then you go out and see if you can make some more money doing something else. I mean, it was, honestly, I know some people like drama. You're not going to get it from this because it was like going into your boss and going, hey, I want to go see if the other places down the street are paying better. And your boss going, hey, sucks to lose you, but you're free to go look.
Yep. It was understandable, I guess.
Totally what it was.
And sounded like a long time coming. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Citizen M's saying, like, oh, that's when we'll get the real story. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, that's...
Like, even if... I don't know what that means. Like, ask me in a week if he's going to, like, play the phone call because he recorded it or something.
No,
it's going to be the same thing.
That's Corey doing a little wink and keeping the bit going, I know Corey. Electric Shoes says, the vibe has been unvibing for a while, and it's nice that you can still separate while on good terms. Yeah, he didn't... he even said in the phone call, he didn't like the way... he doesn't really like the way I always do the show or what he's supposed to do on the show. And I said, man, look... I think, did I say on the phone call, I said, I feel like I'm doing a lot of the heavy lifting on Wednesdays. And he's like,
oh, go ahead.
And he was like, well, that's because I'm not really into what we're doing on Wednesdays. And it all kept like coming full circle to like, hey, that's all right. Well,
he said something to the effect of like, he thinks you're keeping him on some kind of leash as to what he can do comically.
Right.
And that's, if he feels that way, that's how he feels.
The only thing I
have no idea what the dynamic is between you two, what you've talked about privately.
The only thing I've ever told him to do is like, hey, man, like the audience is our paying customers. And when they're in the chat and they say something quasi, critical, and we're in the middle of a story, don't go fucking ape shit and nuke the guys. Like, that takes away from the show. That, like, let's just let them say that and move on. But other than that, I don't know. I'm not sure. Corey Adams Spine with $4.99 said Corey told the truth on his show. He didn't give you half the money. He put in his 2 weeks notice yesterday. you twist things to your favor. I mean, April was on the call, too. If I'm lying about anything, she can let you know. But, wait, didn't give me half the money? Yes, he did.
He did, and Aaron said that he was going to give it back.
And I'm paying it back to Corey on the 1st. I mean, I have it on my phone.
He put in his 2 weeks yesterday. We said that. We said that he was going to give us 2 more shows, which meant this one and the next one.
You know what? And it wasn't even Corey put in. It wasn't even Corey put in his 2 weeks. If you want to make Corey look as good as possible, I asked him to do 2 more weeks. He didn't go like, "Oh, I'll put in my 2 weeks." I went, "Hey, could you please give us 2 more weeks?"
You know, Corey's. The two of them basically said, like, hey, let's end this thing, like, cordially. Let's have this thing look, it's going to be good. That way people can feel like they can still go watch you and they can still watch this show and there's no hard feelings between anyone because that's the truth.
I know a lot of people wanted drama out of this. I didn't, and we didn't get drama. So if you want to dig for it, I'm sorry. You're going to be digging a dry well. Sorry, guys.
That's crazy.
Aaron's breast binder with $1.99 says it was like the split of OJ and Nicole Brown, New Boot Goofin. It was not that ugly. And what did OJ? OJ didn't do anything. Has he ever been convicted?
Nope. Glove didn't fit.
Totally innocent. Your Huckleberry says some birds aren't meant to be caged. That's all. The feathers are too bright. No, he was Mark Wahlberg and the other guys.
I'm a peacock. Yeah. You got to let me fly.
Corey just said, I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly. Ryobi says, after my 3rd call, people laughed at my shit and said I could co-host. Now they know better. I don't know what that means, but correct. I want to catch up with you guys. There's a lot of people in the chat want to talk about this. I want to make sure everybody can get it all off their chest. Maybe Aaron can be a guest on the Corey show. He asked me about that. I said yes. COVID Crotch accusing Corey Adam Comedy of touching his no-no spot. Burnt says Corey was great in studio. Once he moved, it was only a matter of time. There is like a connection and a vibe that you get from being in person that you don't get from being on Zoom or whatever, but that's with everybody. That's not a me thing or a Corey thing. That's every show I'm on. If it's Zoom, it's not as good as when you're face-to-face. Zen Rhino says, I'm just excited we have more episodes of the April and not April show happening. Ooh, should I here, I'll tell you guys what we've got planned so far for Wednesdays in April.
Yeah.
Not that kind of, the month of April. Wednesdays in the month of April, I haven't even been able to tell you this because it happened just before the show. First Wednesday in April will be co-hosted by none other than Ryan Oz Klein. He will be joining the show. He did text me, though. He was a little catty when he texted me about it. He goes, I guess I'll have to learn how to be funny between now and then.
He just texted me a little bit ago, too.
He just said, I guess I'll have to learn to be funny. And I wrote, well, go watch some funny movies and go watch some funny stand-up comedians and read a couple of joke books. You'll be okay. So, Zen Rhino says, I'm just excited. Oh, I just read that one. Good Christ.
Yeah, I think what Aaron and I had talked about once we found out Corey officially did want to leave and try his own stuff, and all the best, was that he knows that Johnny and I would always be more than willing to be here whenever he needs us, but it'd be kind of fun to rotate some people in and out as like guest hosts on Wednesdays.
And I am currently in negotiations with a good friend of the show and former second mic, Matt from Savage Thoughts, to take a Wednesday off and come in here and do the show.
Yeah, so don't think that I'm just sitting here taking over things.
Stella B says, Corey is going to spill the tea in a week with MLC. I can't wait. I wish you were here so I could shake your hand and go, there's not going to be any tea. You're going to be sorely disappointed. Delco Lou says, Chad is riding this wave where a helper monkey-like attitude makes money. It's going to dry up. After that, he has zero options. Oh, good Lord, that Jake guy needs to disappear. People are saying Rexstart parody account with $5. Maybe I'm the only one who would like this, but maybe 30 to 60-minute sports shows with you two during football season. I don't like that much sports talk. Like, if you notice, our sports talk segments would only go like 10 or 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's all the sports talk I want to do. It's just that the audience would get so damn bitchy about it.
No, check it out. I think you're a little off base. That's during a full-blown morning show. He's saying you two could like dedicate a special sports show so you don't have to feel like you're boring people because anyone who's tuning into this sports show would be there for the sports.
No, I'm thinking what I meant was like when I'm talking sports for 10 or 15 minutes, that's all I want to talk about sports. Like I could do boxing. I'm autistic about boxing. I could do that for an hour, but like just sports in general.
Well,
I don't know.
MMA and boxing is still going on during football season.
You are correct. Maybe I could call Steve Conti and we could do a show about the XFL. He's fucking autistic as hell about the XFL. KF says, I thought you both handled it well and professionally. I think that's why the drama merchants are having such a hard time with it, because they're trying to create something out of nothing. I don't think it could have been handled better. I'm really proud of everybody involved for how it went. Derek Chauvinist says, Corey got the attention of small fry drama chasers and his ego swelled up. Now he's going the way of Corey Feldman and Haim. I don't really think that comparison bears itself out, but
I don't think that jives.
Corey's always told me he hates the drama stuff.
He said so.
He's always told me he really doesn't like it. So,
but if he's also got some opportunities that are going to be good for him and his show, like I've said many times, I'm totally bummed to see part of the crew fall apart. But I really do hope the best for him.
Like, we have 2 full-time employees here. You're looking at them. So there's not really Corey's not raking it in on this program. So if he thinks he can make money elsewhere, I mean, that is a capitalistic tendency to the max.
That sounds like a blessing for him.
Yeah. Salvatore says Corey is going to have to do the job for his last couple weeks on Steel Toe. Well, he's only got one left. Yeah. So he's only got one more job to do, and we're going to make him do it for Oz. Grinch Girl says, I was very proud of how you handled this compared to how you handled employees leaving in the past. You are growing up. It's fun to see you go from radio guy to businessman. Uh-oh. Well, I think other times people left, it kind of played out on air. And, Whiskey Pete left professionally. That was a good one. That didn't blow up or get ugly. Mark Allen got really bad. Who's some other ones? Zach got kind of ugly.
Adrian more so just was shitty after the fact.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. He was already done when that happened. So we actually talked really nice about him before the phone call happened, about him not being with the show.
I don't think we did, actually.
Oh.
Because he was shitty to us from the word go. He's kind of like, I'm going to have to think about this one.
Whoops. Jaron Orson says, I generally cringe when the chat gets horny for April, but the glasses are a good look. Sucks about Corey, though. There you are.
I agree. You were there. I was actually choked up on the phone call yesterday. It bums me out big time.
Elixro says, I see the red bar mannerisms. They're Anthony Cumia mannerisms. I have all of my motor functions, and I'm not sick, and I don't have a colostomy bag. What are you talking about? Jimmy says, Corey will be headlining the Joe Rogan Comedy Club. He's a go-getter. Well, there you go. Johnny Chopstick says, always like Corey on his politics take, but funny goes to Johnny. Well, everybody's got an opinion. Lil Jackie Doodoo says, does this end with Corey being super kicked and thrown through a barber shop window? Uh-oh, are we going to Janetti him on the way out? Alan Chihuahua says, I feel responsible. I said I hate Corey last week. My Lost Interest says, Corey's passive response and tone fed the rumor mills and trolls. I mean, he texted me today and he said on his show that, the trolls were going insane because he was telling them that, look, there really is no problem here. It's pretty cut and dry. It's, pretty straightforward.
On the phone call yesterday, too, he said, that it's nice to end things this way so the door's always open.
Yeah.
Come back.
That's the best way to
do it. Anyone out there thinking, oh, Corey's totally anti-steel toe now, you're pretty off base.
I think you're reaching. Because I think you need that for you. I know you guys like that hate it when I say that. You're like, Aaron, why are you such a, you're such a dick. It makes your haters hate you more. Good. They're not going to like me. So if I can rub salt in their wounds a little bit, why not? What are they going to do? Think I'm a dick? Oh, boy. I like Corey, but won't miss the constant interruptions. Stevie Lou would be a great co-host. We got all kinds of options. If fucking Gino could get up early in the morning, I would love to do a show with Gino. But
I think he's usually sleeping off the night before.
Yeah, not after a Whiskey Wednesday, I don't think. Matt Melt says, I still think Corey is hands down the best thing to happen to this show. I'll definitely miss it. Well, I hope you stick with us, and I hope you have a great time the other days of the week. Salvatore M. Corey looks like what a surly plumber should look like, and then you got a plumber, and he looks nothing like Corey. That's... seems a little contradictory. All right, guys, I got to scroll down. We got to try and catch up here. There's just so much going on here. Shane M with $5 says, if I'm being honest, I've long thought it would just be the Aaron and April show at some point. No, I don't think Johnny's ever been better than since we've come to YouTube, to be honest with you. So I got, Johnny's fantastic. Continuing on, Rocky Paboa says all good things must come to an end. There's room for everyone to succeed. That's it.
Yep. That's
as perfect as it gets. Carlos wants me to bring Lorenzo Areola in for a tryout.
That could be spicy.
That could be pretty good. Let's see. Don Lemonades says, I do think that if you had a combat sports show, even semi-regularly, it would work. Your audience is pretty much the same demographic. I mean, maybe, but I don't. April will tell you this. I don't really value my takes on MMA enough to make me think that like I'm some kind of authority.
I don't know. You like to talk about it.
Right.
You exhaust me sometimes because I'll just straight up tell you I don't give a fuck about anything. I just like to watch it.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like you do like to talk about it.
I feel like I don't have, like authority-wise, I can have an opinion, but I don't feel like I know enough to like be someone else's authority on it. Continuing on. Oh my God. I got so many super chats and shit to get to here. Jesus, fuck, they are coming in hot. Hostbusters says this show has a great Home Depot aesthetic. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You know what? Now I'm not going to be able to stop seeing that between the color and the splash and the, God damn it.
Well, I need to order stickers. Maybe I'll get a new one.
Yeah. Midnight Mike says April's secretary look is on point tonight.
Thanks.
There you go.
I just couldn't wear contacts.
RJ says give Johnny Rock a shot. How about an Aaron and Gary show?
You would let that in our house?
You want to see two people fucking kill each other live on the air? Let's have an Aaron and Gary show.
Oh, my God.
Wheat Diff says Aaron cut Corey loose because Corey's cans are bigger. That is an ugly rumor. An ugly rumor. Doc Brewski with 199 says Benavidez versus Plant. Who you got and why? Benavidez too strong. Caleb Plant can't keep guys off of him. That sounds gay. Cerberus with $5 says sad to see him go. End of an era. KF says there is levity in your Twitter DMs. Well, God damn it. You know me. I love levity. April, what's that dirty F word that we like so much on this show that's so gross to some people? Fun.
Oh, it's not where my mind went.
We love a little bit of fun on this show. The Happy Plague Doctor with $5 says, I had to drop my fake name to tell you, in spite of my initial impressions, this makes me genuinely sad. Peace be to you both. Well, everybody's going to be back. How's that? Hey, you're going to see everybody everywhere. T. Jefferson says, guest host Mersh. I'd love it. I don't think he's going to stay.
Start writing down names.
We'll just start making a list. Hostbusters says, this show is great. I mean, who doesn't love a guy who drinks black coffee and rants about manhood? Wait, what?
That is not him. He does not drink coffee.
I drink Diet Mountain Dew and talk about homosexuality, sir. You must have me confused with somebody else. Yule Gibbons with $5 says Steel Toe Morning Show came in a chat this weekend. I think BYB, and said, breaking, Aaron and Adrian made amends tonight. I'm guessing it was a fake. No, I was being silly. I was watching Johnny on BYB and they were talking about like making up with people and shit. So I just said Aaron and Adrian have made up tonight.
Oh, do I get to make up with him now too?
Well, you guys probably have more to talk about than he and I do. I think our conversation would be like, hey, man, I was really a dick back there. And the other person would go, yeah, I was a dick right back to you. All right, cool. Yours would be a little more nuanced, I think.
I think ours would be a little more spicy.
Yeah. Matt Fields with $5 says, the best part of this show is on screen right now. Love you guys. Thank you. New VIP, Matt Fields. All right, I gotta catch up. I gotta clear the house on these super chats, and then we gotta give you guys an actual show before Hostbusters thinks I'm the biggest piece of shit who ever lived. Marquise Harris with $5 says, if you do an MMA show, I'd like to try out. You ain't even gotta pay me. Well, ask Corey. The difference between getting paid here and not getting paid is like that much. Black Ornament says, no offense, but Aaron told a lot of little white lies regarding Meltdown and spinning everything into a W. I didn't say there was any kind of W. All I said was we're going to rope-a-dope the guy, we're going to ignore him, and he'll go away. And then that's kind of what happened. I mean, I'm sorry.
Why are you here if you don't want good things for this show? I don't get it.
Black Ornament, I got to tell you, just because I'm right about something doesn't mean I'm sitting here cocking off about a W. If people are going to come to us and clout chase and we make a prediction about it and it turns out to be right, I That's the weirdest part. It's like, Aaron, you have to be downtrodden and beaten down, and you're not allowed to be confident or right about anything. It's like, I'm sorry, you're not going to put me in that box. Gabriel Ruiz says, but he didn't have to pick MLC to be the first show to go on. No. We talked about that on the phone. They pay him well to go on that show. You got to remember, Kevin is obsessed with me. Kevin is really like, it goes Kumia, Gino, me in terms of what occupies his mind on that show. So he wants to have Corey on, and he offers him a shitload of money to bring Corey on. And the only thing Corey said on that show is nice things about Steel Toe. So if Corey can make a shitload of money and he doesn't sell himself out, why not? Marquise with $2 says, I just wanted April to recommend me a book.
Oh, no.
Come on, you're wearing the fucking gimmick.
I have a copy of The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich.
Hey, don't you dare give him my copy.
I can mail it to you. I'll sign it.
No, that is my book. I need it. It's a conversation piece.
Most Evil Tyrants of the World. I have that.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit with Hitler in it.
You don't read any of them.
Hitler and Stalin, they're in a lot of my literature. Bill Fenner with $2 says, fuck, marry, kill game for April and Aaron. Fun, drama, nothing. I'll kill nothing. I'll fuck drama and marry fun.
Boy, honestly, that could be a total toss-up for me right now. I want to kill drama. Maybe fuck fun and marry nothing.
Why? Why would you marry nothing?
Because at least there's nothing.
Oh, that's so sad.
No drama.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Just nothingness.
Oof, boy. Colonel Nicholson says, right when I started liking you guys, I can't own a book called The Rise and the Fall of the Third Reich. It's like the book to go to on how the fuck Nazi Germany happened and how it fell apart. Hey.
Yeah, it's not like a promotional book.
Yeah, Colonel Nicholson, they die in the end.
Yeah. I mean, the bad guys don't make it.
It's a happy end. What? Oh, right. We talked about that. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I get confused. My bad. Holy shit, after all that, where did we end up? 175 away from knocking out this morning, or this evening. Where the hell am I today? Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Streamlabs, PayPal in the chat, pinned to the top of the page. Super chats and memberships count as well. If you feel like chipping in, PayPal and Streamlabs are the most efficient ways. We take the most of that. Otherwise, super chats, Rumble rants. If you want to throw us a couple bucks on Rumble.
Is Rumble working now?
Rumble was not working this morning, but it is working now. In fact, Captain January with $5
okay.
says, I was happy to see Gordy in the Win Corey's Job contest, but I think he's happy just being the best third mic in the business. There you go.
Gordy.
The dog.
Was he in a competition?
Absolutely.
I must have missed it.
Daniel with $20 over on PayPal. Thank you very much. New VIP Daniel. We appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
Looks like we are just 155 away. Again, thank you all very much. Oh, here we go. The Bad Luck Boys are here. Just when I was about to get away from the chat and start the show and do our thing, fucking Bad Luck Boys come in here. Louis and Clarence. Now, was it officially declared a podcast war last night?
I think you did. I think you declared one.
No. I did not start the war.
I like the Bad Luck Boys. I can't join that war. I work here and I like them.
I liked the Bad Luck Boys. I did too. They asked me. I didn't ask you.
You can't fight with cats. They'll always win.
They will not.
They're bitches.
Not this time. I tell you this, your master Mersh nailed it. Nobody wins and nobody loses in these things.
Louis and Clarence.
We're all just sucking dick and clout chasing, boys. So get your dick sucking pants on.
Are you declawed or can you still scratch?
Hold on.
That'll tell us a lot.
Hold on a minute. I'm thinking about that last one. Get your dick sucked. Does that mean I'm putting my... Do I have dick sucked? You know, I got to sharpen up on this podcast war thing. I got to really knuckle down.
Why would you talk about sucking cat dick?
It wasn't my war. You asked me, I didn't ask you. Oh, man. All right. Last comment, and then I'm moving on. Robert Miller says, Aaron was propping up Corey, in my opinion. He will fail on his own. He is only capable of being a third-rate sidekick. I hope he is happy, though. Well, that's really nasty. Holy shit. Oh, man. Gabriel says, don't get rid of Johnny Legs. Please. Love that guy. He's great.
I don't think Johnny's going anywhere.
Johnny is not going anywhere.
Unless he decides he's unhappy too.
Don't worry. I told Corey yesterday, I said, hey, you just made Johnny really happy. As materialistic and opportunistic of each other you two are, Johnny just got himself a little bump.
Yeah, maybe you'll see him 3 days a week now.
Yeah, good for Johnny. All right, let's start out in the world that I came from, the LGBTQIA plus community.
Again, how long must I sit here and take this?
Well, I mean, contractually, whenever you want to leave. But like in terms of like what vows you made, give me like 35, 40 years. Are you okay with me dying before 80 now? Because that used to really bother you. Or are you totally fine with it? Where are you at with my death at an earlier than normal age?
You always say you don't want to live that long.
Yeah, but you always were sad about it.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
You don't want like things that make you happy to die, but you also don't want to live that long, so I'm going to give you your wishes.
But what about me?
That's what I'm talking about, is you.
Oh, you said things that make you happy. So then I went, yeah, but what about me? You see, that was a marriage joke. Oh, man. So anyway, I used to say, man, kill me in the 70s. And then that used to make you very sad. I'm asking, where are you at now? Because I'll make it into the 80s.
I'm torn somewhere between, God, it'd be nice if he lived as long as I did, but, I don't want him to be unhappy.
Oh, so now automatically you're going to make it a long time?
Jesus, man. I don't know how long.
You don't think that I'm going to...
I've got tumors and shit, man. I'm probably not making it till 65.
You don't think I'm going to wear you down and rip years off of your life?
Well, now that you mentioned it, I'm kind of worried about that.
I mean, that was the plan. I need to point out some really embarrassing autism right now. Draylock in the chat goes, the way this guy looks at the camera while talking to his wife is crazy. I don't
like how you read that.
I honestly, I can't imagine being that guy. I could not imagine watching a show and taking that away from it. Holy shit. There's got to be medication for that. People are writing in the chat. Crazy. Serial Pooper says April's going to poison you when you hit 60 or 65.
I'm not a poisoner. I don't like poison deaths.
How would you murder me?
It'd have to look like an accident.
Okay, well, poison's the way to do that.
Honestly, probably a hunting accident. No, I don't like poison deaths. I don't like watching them in movies. I'm not a bitch like that. That's very much a woman's death. I don't like that one.
I mean, I've checked your anatomy up and down. I'm pretty sure you're a chick.
Yeah, but I'm not for that.
Okay, so you're like Shane in The Walking Dead. You put Rick in the shotgun sights, but you'd pull the trigger.
I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying if it had to come to that, it's going to look like an accident.
They're saying April will do a Jodi Arias. Oh my God, didn't she like stab the guy 500 times and like shove his dick in his mouth or something like that? I thought Jodi Arias like went to town on the dude.
I don't know this person.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will say I've never fantasized about, killing people, so.
Zero Dark Tony says claymores. You would do it with claymore, with mines, basically, explosives.
It'd be kind of funny.
It wouldn't leave.
It's like real life Minesweeper.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't leave much. I never was good at that game either. I'd get blown up.
Pretty good at that.
How? Like, what was the concept? Like, how did you know where the mines would fucking be?
It's hard to explain. You've got to be looking at it.
Like, did the numbers mean something on Minesweeper? Like, were you one away from a mine?
I had like weird superstitious things about where the numbers were and stuff, so that I would touch only certain spots, and I got pretty far.
If I play Minesweeper tonight, I'm gonna lose my shit. A-hole Doug says a farming accident, maybe. Yeah, maybe I get racked up by a combine.
Nah, maybe you get accidentally stuck in the manure pit.
Oh, what's the thing you can't get your hand caught in because it'll...
The auger?
Yeah, no, but it's like a specific piece of equipment. The wheat separator or whatever.
Oh, go ahead.
What's the thing that does the wheat? The thing that you put the wheat and that separates the wheat from the chaff or whatever.
Keep going.
What's the thing? Help me.
The thing you're referring to on this piece of machinery is the auger that'll fucking suck your arm in and like your clothes. That's why you don't wear loose, long sleeves around it.
Is that the thing that you do? The baler. Is that what it is? The baler? Yeah, the baler.
You don't want your arm in any of those
Yeah, if you put your hand in the baler, doesn't it like suck your whole arm in?
That's what an auger does. The auger is a part that spins on these machines.
I think I'm thinking of the baler. I think so. I'm not positive. I wish you would,
that's obvious.
I wish you would be more supportive in my willingness to learn about farm equipment. That's all.
So I need to educate you in farm equipment and Minesweeper?
That's it. Look, is that hard? I just need Minesweeper and farm equipment.
I'm writing it down.
Thank you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Oh, PTOs, they're saying? What are PTOs? Part-time Oil cans. That's what Chad Zumach has.
There's no C.
PTOs. Part-time oil. Oil can is one word in this case. All right, let's talk about where I came from.
Hell.
Trans parents. Radio. Radio controversies.
Hell.
Look, maybe, but I'm still a sucker for a good radio controversy. I think radio controversies are fun because, like, podcasts, they deal with autistic people and, like, the scum of the earth and dirt babies are fucking awful. That sounded racist, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm against it.
Sorry, Marquise. I don't mean dirt babies like black-skinned people. I mean, like, people who live in the dirt. So, what? I was just clarifying in case there was any bigotry.
I've been in the dirt.
That sounded
for a large portion of my life.
That sounded very poetic. I've been in the dirt, and I've been in the clouds, and I prefer it in the clouds, but the dirt suits me just fine. Sounds like the start of a detective show. Anyway, the way you're looking at me, I can tell I'm not funny, so let's move on. I enjoy radio controversies because a radio controversy, you've got to earn it. You know, you've got to piss off people who are passively listening to the radio. The internet, it's everybody. You can piss people off with just like the way you snap your fingers. It's not impressive. Anybody can piss anybody off on the internet. If you put the wrong fucking punctuation mark on a Reddit post, all of a sudden you're the biggest dipshit who ever lived. In radio, you really got to make people mad. I mean, some of those people still have to send in letters, for Christ's sake.
Oh, you've done it.
Oh, man.
You've made people kind of mad.
I've riled them up. Big time.
He riled the masses, let's be honest.
Oh, man. So this guy, remember the guy in Boston not long ago who made the black guy stealing the car joke?
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with that. He didn't have to get off the air and go to sensitivity training and be suspended, but they did it anyway. That station, WEEI, which is a big sports talk station in Boston for years, they got another guy who looks like he might be suspended now.
Is it maybe just something about Boston? Come on.
It might be because it is race related again.
I've been to Boston and there's some trash monkeys over there.
Well, see, now that sounded racist.
I mean like trash people.
You don't mean black people.
I call you a trash monkey all the time.
Okay. All right. So this guy on WEEI in Boston, they're talking about their 5 favorite nips on the Greg Hill Show. Now, first of all, this is a hacky radio topic if I've ever heard one.
It's very hacky, but I'd get on board with it.
You know what this is? The 5 favorite nips category. You know what this is for a sports talk station? It signifies the fact that the NFL is over and the NBA playoffs haven't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're killing time.
There's nothing to talk about.
It's filler.
I think tomorrow are the first Sweet 16 games for the NCAA tournament. So you got nothing to talk about there. There's no NFL. Free agency has kind of died down a little bit, and the NBA is in their stretch run. So you got to fill the time. And on radio, you go, hey, what are your 5 favorite nips? That's kind of a lame, shitty, hacky conversation. One of the guys decided to spice it up.
Okay.
5 favorite nips. Show personality Courtney Cox, not that one, suggested the prompt with Boston City Councilor Richard Arroyo seeking to outlaw the small bottles of alcohol in the city because of how frequently they're littered. They're 5 favorite nips. They're talking about booze.
So we're not even talking about tits.
They're not even talking about tits. They're talking
sure, bottles.
They're talking about 5 favorite nips. They're talking about nips of liquor.
Yeah.
Little tiny bottles because they're going to ban them.
Because banning them obviously will prevent people from littering.
Sure. Do you know how to pronounce this name? I don't know this woman.
Mina Kimes.
Who is she?
Don't know.
Okay. Well, Chris Curtis, one of the co-hosts. Now, the irony of this is I think Chris Curtis was one of the guys who was on with the dude who got suspended. And Chris Curtis interjected, Mina Kimes is his favorite nip.
Oh, so he went with tits, but they were talking about...
No. Can I show you a picture of Mina Kimes? He said, my favorite nip is Mina Kimes. And if you guys don't know who Mina Kimes is, there she is. She is of Japanese descent.
Yeah.
The racial slur for which would be the shorthand for nipple.
Are you shitting me?
Oh boy, did he swing for the fences or what?
But I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that? Oh, they're so innocent at that age.
No, I only know this word.
Well, no, you don't need to write it down. There's only 2 of them. I understand. I know. That's Chinese people. You don't even have the right nationality. What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm not up on my slurs. Is that a crime?
You didn't even write down the right one. There's only two for Japanese people.
Help me out here.
Nip and...
Don't say that. Don't fucking say it then.
Sorry.
God, I'm sorry, YouTube.
There, that's the other one.
Well, that's just dumb because that's just shorthand.
Oh, man. So...
wait, so you said the other one.
So nip comes from the fact that in Japanese, Japan is Nippon. So in World War II, we would call them nips.
So why is that bad then if it's just shorthand for something?
Because we're not supposed to say it. It's like a Japanese person, but instead you shorten it, you call them a... Yeah.
All right.
Now, I want to get on the right side of history here.
Okay.
Because,
we're not on the right track yet.
When it comes to me and radio controversies, a lot of people have criticized me and say I'm on the wrong side of history on all these. Well, they said, what are your 5 favorite nips? And they meant liquor. Okay. And this guy goes, Mina Kimes, who's a beautiful Japanese woman.
She's very pretty.
I want to say, so I'm on the right side of history. You can watch how far I've grown now. As a broadcaster, you've seen all my controversies. You can see how far I've grown. Get ready for Aaron to be on the right side of history. Favorite nip is Mina Kimes. Ready?
Very excited.
My position on it. Fucking hilarious. That's a fucking good one.
Right.
Come on.
He didn't know, so what the heck?
Holy shit. Yes, he did.
No, I don't think he knew they were talking about alcohol. You think he did and he just said that otherwise?
Yes, he was being funny. You're not giving him enough credit.
No, I'm not.
He knew the direction they were going, and he went the racist way, and it was great. It was really funny. Mina Kimes is not going to be harmed by that joke. Nobody was hurt by that joke.
She'll never hear it.
Well, now she will. Oh. But before, she wouldn't have heard it if people... Here's the problem with the internet, is that somebody says something harmless on the radio. If everybody just shuts the fuck up and enjoys the bit, she'll never know, it won't hurt her. But the internet people are like, I have to copy this and make sure Mina Kimes sees this. Why would you make her watch that? Why would you make her see that? They all had fun. Everybody had a good laugh. She'll never be the wiser. Why would you put that painful term in front of her, you fucking idiot? She's not going to give you a hand job for it.
In fairness, he did say that she's his favorite. It's not like he was being derogatory.
Right. It's like
a compliment.
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's like when I say in boxing, Deontay Wilder's my favorite. I mean it as a compliment.
Mm-hmm. See, Sandy said she never heard it either. I'm not the only one.
Women just
And why is it cool to say that word in reference to alcohol then?
Women are just not up on their racial slurs. No. Oh God, this Draylock guy is just he is so autistic. He's like, so is this like generic Red Bar? No, I don't have a colostomy bag. I'm in good health.
I'm on camera.
We do a funny show and we have topics and we get to them. I don't sit here and suck my dick for 45 minutes before getting to the point. Triple N with 220. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You see, we talk about this story and the chat just goes apeshit for it. I got to pick I got to pick a good spot for me to start here. Julia says, April thinks they were going boobs and he went racist. See, that's what made it funny. Right, it's a misdirection.
Right, and it was about neither of those things.
No, it wasn't. See, people are now coming up. They're saying, Aaron, you're wrong. There's more than 2 racial slurs for Japanese people. And our audience is incredibly proud of themselves for naming all of them
I
for us.
thought this was one,
Let's
too.
Let's just keep writing them down. Yep, that is right? Yep, that is definitely one of them.
That is the Japanese one?
That's, I think that one's pretty much Asian.
Or is that all-encompassing Asian?
Yeah, that one's a coverall, I think.
I love coveralls.
Yeah. That one knocks it all out in one fell swoop. I can't read that. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff I cannot read. Where's Paul Polito says, yeah, how dare you? Aaron is much more a Kumia wannabe than a Mike David clone. Exactly, a more successful broadcaster. Let's just see here.
Oh my God.
Look, I'm trying to read some of these guys. I fucking can't.
It's not good.
I cannot read these. I think they called Mr. Miyagi yes, they called him that. Shaft wants there to be a new produce character called Niptiff.
Okay, but which type is he going to be?
I don't know. We'll have to think that one through. Maybe a water chestnut. Isn't that?
No, I think he should just be a nipple. He can take Ginsburg's nipple out of the box.
Take Ginsburg's nipples. Perfect. Yeah, guys, these are really terrible. You guys,
I can't read these.
You guys know way too many of these. This is, I don't know whether to be impressed or appalled. I'm not quite sure.
Alex Bernal just goes with sushi.
All right. Why don't we listen to the clip and we'll see how bad it was. So, by the way, this David Cullinane guy on Twitter is like the radio rat of Boston. Like, he's the guy who snitched out and dimed out the guy who said, oh, those are the two guys that stole your car. Hey. And now he's diming out this guy for his nipple or nip drinking joke.
Nipple drinking.
Yeah, this fucking Dave Cullinane is a nudge. I don't like this guy. But let's check it out.
The question, top 5 nips.
Oh, yes. That's a great one.
Because Dr. McGillicuddy's, I think, is number 1 or 2. Screwball also up there.
I'd probably go Mina Kimes.
And Fireball.
Fireball.
This guy's face immediately.
This guy gets it.
That face is funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And you know what I like about this guy? He waited back on that joke. He sat there quietly. She was interrupting a lot. They were all trying to get a riff going. He sat back there. He had his line, and he had the confidence to wait it out and play it through.
Is this an Eastern term, though? I've never, East Coast term. I've never heard of, a little thing of booze called a nip.
Did your
before.
grandfather fight in World War II?
I don't fucking know. I didn't know my grandpa's.
Well, both of mine did. And that was a common term for the Japanese people, but it was also, a common term for a little nip of whiskey.
Yep. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's new to me.
I heard the term nipper. Hard R. So that's for the booze, not for Japanese people. I never heard a Japanese person cook. That would be fun.
I'm only going to call it that now.
That would be great if Japanese people just started calling each other my nippa.
I would like a quick nip of whiskey after the show.
There you go.
Screwball also up there.
I'd probably go Mina Kimes.
And Fireball.
Fireball.
I love his face.
I'm not taking a tequila.
And look at him. He's that son of a bitch, that dirty bastard just looks right over at that guy.
He knew this guy thought it was funny from the word go.
He just looks right over at his coast. See, shit like this, where the audience can't necessarily see you in large numbers, I will freely admit it. This kind of shit makes me miss radio a little bit.
I believe it. Of course.
When you could be in the studio and you could shoot that little shit-eating grin at someone, you go, yeah, there.
I shoot you grins sometimes.
I know, but everyone can see it. I like the sneakiness and the childishness of getting away with it and then staring at somebody and going, right? I like that shit.
Maybe you should get a part-time radio gig.
If I
could work with Wood.
God. If I went back to radio right now, I would wreck the place all over again in a good way. I would grab the audience in a week.
About the McGillicuddy, though, but do you like the purple or the root beer?
Notice how the rest of them, though, let's go back to that. Notice how the rest of them just went whoom, right to booze.
Past it.
They did not acknowledge that comment at all.
That's a great one.
Because Dr. McGillicuddy's, I think, is number 1 or 2. Screwball also up there.
I'd probably go Mina Kimes.
And Fireball.
Fireball.
I'm not taking it.
I like these two.
But they went right. They steamrolled right over that guy's line. It was too good. By the way, this is the kind of talk you get on a sports show. No offense, when you put a woman on it in sports talk radio.
Yeah.
It's like, what are your 5 favorite nips of boo? And she's gonna have a serious conversation about her 5 favorite. Oh, I like Fireball too. It's crazy. Don't you guys like Fireball? That guy took it in the direction you should take it in.
That's not even sports talk, though.
No. Like I said, football's over and basketball playoffs haven't started yet.
And so. I know I don't belong on sports talk. I enjoy getting my sports talk from a man.
Yeah. You know what I like about the New York Post is that the first thing they write after the video clip is, Kimes is half Korean, not Japanese.
Oh, God.
Well, then it's doubly not offensive. Then what are we arguing about?
We missed, but it was still funny.
It's perfect. Now, it would have been funnier if they would have said, hey, who are your 5 favorite cooks? And he said, Mina Kimes. And he went, oh, cooks. Never mind. That could have been. See, because then it would be. I love that the New York Post, they're talking about how offensive this is, and they're going, he didn't even get the racial slur right.
I'm sorry. Let me work harder at it.
What he said was so offensive, and it's terrible to say that. But they're like, well, it's actually not even that great either because she's not even Japanese. It's like, I thought you guys said we're not supposed to be talking that way, so why does it matter if she's Japanese or not? None of Hill, Cox, or co-host Jermaine Wiggins responded to Curtis, an executive producer for the show. Chad Finn of the Boston Globe reported that the station did not respond to comment, but wrote on Twitter that corporate claims he meant Mila Kunis, not Mina Kimes.
That still doesn't work. That still doesn't work.
Dude,
right?
at least have the fucking balls to say what you said.
That's
Don't
so
sit.
dumb.
That's such a bullshit, poorly thought out excuse.
Right.
He meant Mila Kunis. He just happened to say someone who's Asian with the word nip in it. Yeah, that's gonna fly. ESPN responded to the incident, telling the Globe there is no place for these types of hateful comments, which were uncalled for and extremely offensive. Yeah, they're always uncalled for until Kendrick Perkins makes them about white people. Then we just forget about it the next day.
I will repeat, they didn't even say anything shitty about her. They said that she was their favorite.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
get over it.
It's such a nothing thing. Although, you know who should be excited about it? And they better not suspend this guy. They better not punish him. Because you know who should be excited about this is the radio station. Like, think about it. Radio doesn't get a lot of heat anymore. You know, radio doesn't get a lot of attention. I'm sure they still do pretty well in Boston, a big city like that. You still got a pretty big audience. But I think if you get controversy like that, you just leave it alone. Everybody moves on in, you know, a few days to a new controversy, a new thing that they're screaming and shouting about. And then your station gets a bunch of attention. Perfect.
It's a win.
Yeah. Turtle says, I've always associated taking a nip with flasks, but I'm an Elkie. Well, that works too. Not you being an Elkie.
I call that a swig. I took a swig of something.
Yeah. You know, there's
Is that farm talk? I don't know.
Yeah, swig is a very farmy kind of a word.
I always took a swig.
There's a bar in...
Or a pull.
Yeah, there's a bar in Wisconsin Dells that has a name that rhymes with swig.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard this.
Have you ever heard of the bar? It's a real place.
You're the one who told me.
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin Dells.
I mean,
It's right there on the main drag.
I don't feel good saying it.
It's the name of the bar.
Platform.
Look at it. It's right there on the screen.
I'm looking.
And look at the sign. Look what it says, April. Can you read that sign?
Do you want me to read the full thing?
Let me pull it up here. Let me pull up a big version of. There it is. That's a real bar in Wisconsin Dells. It's on Main Street. Yeah, you can have a swig with that guy.
See, you won't even say it.
No, I'm a little.
I mean, trigger shy, right?
We used to say it on radio.
I know you did. I remember hearing you say it, and I would look at the radio physically. I'd be like, holy shit.
I was an edgy
Did you just say that?
I was an edgy boy on those airwaves.
I believe I even texted you, like, why would you do that?
I love people who don't know about that place. Yeah, it's 100% real. Here, you know what? People are really entertained by it. I'll put it back up for you. That's real. So, like, imagine a main street, like a mid-sized town's main street, and it's nothing but shops, bars, and restaurants. And that sign is doing that thing where it juts out from the building and you can see it from, you know, way down the sidewalk on the main drag.
How have they not been put on blast by somebody yet? How? Of all the things we have gotten offended over in this country, how is that not one of them?
I bet you that in terms of a percentage, because there aren't a lot of black people who go to Wisconsin Dells, but as a percentage of the
Are you saying it's because it's full of water?
No, they're all in Branson. No, I'm just kidding. But when it comes to like who takes a picture with that sign, I bet you a higher percentage of black people take a picture with that sign than white people on percentage average. Like let's say 80% of the people in Wisconsin Dells are white and 15% are black. I'm willing to bet that you have a higher chance that more than 15% of black people are taking a picture with that and less than 80% of white people are taking a picture with that.
I would take a picture with that.
I have taken a picture with that.
No, think you're better than me?
I have. In this regard, yes, absolutely.
I've never, ever had the urge to go to the Wisconsin Dells.
It's
Not
fun.
Ever. It seems like all I've heard from people is it's so stupidly overpriced. And for that reason, I'm like, okay, I can do other things for less money.
I don't remember how poorly priced it was, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. Maybe if you do all the boat tours and shit.
I have no idea. I've just heard the money's not worth it.
Yul Gibbons says, my favorite term from the radio days was mouth treats because you couldn't say blowjob. Yeah. You could say blowski.
How's that any better?
You could say beach. Well, that was the thing about radio rules. They were so stupid because like you could say everything but the literal
Yeah, you can get the closest word to it.
You can say the thing that makes everybody think about it.
Can you say sex? I don't remember if
you can
say sex, right?
But you can't describe penetration or an orifice being perforated.
Sex kind of describes that it's all encompassing.
No, but you can't say oh, my penis went into her vagina.
I don't know why you need to say that on radio.
For the goof. But you could say having sex.
Can you say your dick went in the butt?
No, dicks cannot go in butts in radio. Dicks cannot go in vaginas.
Can you say butt stuff?
Yes. You can say butt stuff on the radio. But you can't say dick in the butt.
So you can say I participated in butt stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, most stations would probably go, "What are you doing? Why would you say something like that?" Not the one I worked at. Nobody cared. Nobody cared.
What, Gary never came to the door and glared at you?
Never gave a fuck.
He probably didn't even listen to your show.
No.
He hated you that much. He's like, I'm not listening.
I'm not listening to that fucking...
I'm not contributing to these numbers.
I'm not listening to that #1 rated show. He would always shit on our numbers, too, when they came out. Like, the rest of the station would do, middling numbers. And then we would do, out-of-this-world first-place numbers in the morning. And he would go, well, I mean, sometimes the ratings get things wrong, and there's deviations from the mean and everything. I'm like... Could you just say we did an awesome job and carried the station? That would be nice.
What's the worst vulgar terms you can use? Can you say ass or shit on radio? I don't remember that.
You can say ass. You can get away with the word shit, but you can't.
I know fuck's off the table.
You can't use it to describe taking a shit. And you can't.
Can you say I took a poop?
You can't. No. You cannot describe... No. On radio, You cannot describe bodily functions.
Okay, so you cannot talk about anything going in or out of your butthole.
Yeah, that's a great... You know what? That's a wonderful rule to live by.
Nothing in or out of the holes, guys.
You can mention an orifice, but you can't give it action. You can't make it do anything.
Can you say my puss got some action last night?
No.
What if you're talking about your cat?
Yeah, well, yeah, then you can say that.
Okay.
You can't say, his cock pounded my pussy like a jackhammer during road construction season. That would be inappropriate.
Can you say, my balloon knot was visited by a salami last night?
By the letter of the...
Or a Pringles can.
Okay, by the letter of the regulations, yes.
See, now that's fun.
But they're going to get you for that one. Yeah.
What are we going to get me for?
Not like the FCC, but the station you work for is going to want.
They won't let me be.
The FCC won't let you be or let me be me, so let me see. They'll try to shut you down on MTV, but it feels so empty without you. There you go. You can. I think you can use the term Hershey High. I love this. People want to ask me now about shit you can and can't say on the radio.
I think it's very fun.
Hershey Highway, but you can't say my dick went down the Hershey Highway.
Can you say, I got some strange last night?
Yes, that is a perfect thing to say. You can even say I got laid last night.
Oh, that's wonderful. Why can you say that, but you can't talk about sex?
Because it's a colloquial term. It's not a description of an action. Okay. You can't say oh, man, we DP'd this bitch in the mouth and ass last night.
Can you say you Eiffel Towered somebody?
Yes.
These are really arbitrary rules.
You can say, but you can't, because it's a metaphor. You can't say, oh, me and my buddy, nailed a girl in the butt and while he was in her mouth.
Can you say you pushed in some stool last night?
Can you say you pushed in some stool last night? Ooh,
come on.
You know what? That's tough. Carlos says, imagine NPR saying I DP'd this bitch last night. Here, let me try it. Here. Coming up next on NPR, we will have a discussion about how a friend of mine tag-teamed a woman in the mouth and ass last night after the bar on This American Life. There. How's that?
Can you say you got oral last night?
No.
God, these are dumb rules.
That's a descriptive action. You can't. You're not allowed to say that. I remember when Johnny dropped the F-bomb on radio, he slapped his mouth so fast. Oh, God, yeah. He literally covered his mouth. When people first drop the F-bomb on the radio, it's so funny to watch them think they can physically grab it out of the air.
Take it back.
And put it back into their mouth, and it's going to make it stop.
I know Corey dropped it a couple times, too.
Yeah.
I only made it on the radio twice with you, but I never swore, I don't think.
Serial Pooper says, can you say April gave me a snowball? No.
Can I say...
Wait, hold on. Yes, you can. You can say that.
Can I say that Aaron gave me a hot Carl?
No, because that's a description of a sex act. That's like...
How do you know?
Because it's a term that's known.
Can I say that I rode the Alaskan pipeline?
Probably.
Okay.
You can probably get, because it's obscure enough.
I like this.
Yeah. You can't say the N-word.
I played the flesh flute last night.
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. I love how you on the radio, like all of these things you're asking about, you're more worried about whether or not it would be allowed by regulations and not what a piece of shit slut whore it would make you look like.
I've always maintained I'm a piece of shit.
Okay.
I've never denounced that.
Ryan Bardwell says, praying for this chat right now. Yeah, this was not a conversation I thought we'd be having on this evening show. But
Can I say my pink windsock was floating in the
no,
breeze?
of course, no. That is not. You cannot say pink windsock on the radio. That is not going to be accepted.
What about just windsock was floating in the breeze?
Maybe you can say windsock. Chris says, can she say, Aaron dropped a steamy turd in my mouth? Have you been listening? Of course not. None of you are built for broadcast radio.
Can I say that a gentleman dug holes in my backyard?
I mean, again, nobody's going to respect you ever, but...
Can I say I went fishing in the dark?
Yes.
Go
ahead. Any other anal cavity questions you have?
I'm thinking.
All right.
Shut up, you fat pig. We'll get to you in a second.
Oh, man. Oink, oink.
Sage KF sent that to me. We'll play that in a moment.
God, you threw me off there when you called me out for thinking so hard.
K McDuck says, this is getting clipped so fast. You want this one? What should we call this? Radio controversy. We'll do the whole Boston story.
Lingo.
Radio controversy. None of these do well as clips, by the way. So I'll maybe just put this on the best stuff. I'm really annoyed. Like, I stuck us in so many algorithms for clips that now if I stray out of that algorithm, none of our clips get any views. So I'll just have to put up clips and just whatever they do, they do.
Can I say that I packed some fudge last night?
No, they're on to that. They're on to that one.
Can I say that my black mamba made a friend last night?
Why do you don't have a... Yeah, because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's my toy.
Oh, yeah, you can say that.
In that world.
Ryan says, if only April had big old boot. Her titties look nice and big in that fucking thing tonight. Holy shit.
This shirt does make my tits look nice.
I am going to rip your fucking clothes off tonight, and I'm going to do things to you can't say on broadcast radio.
The FCC's listening.
The FCC can suck my DICK, is what I say. All right, you want to watch this hair-lipped weirdo make sliced peaches in a waffle iron? It's the weirdest. It's one of the weirdest sentences I've used on this show.
Can I say that on radio?
Yeah, because it's not a metaphor. It's just literal.
I bet all of these would be allowed on clam radio.
This hair-lipped weirdo is going to put sliced peaches in a waffle iron. None of that's metaphorical. Oh, by the way, we do have the punishment. The FCC just gave us the punishment for that Boston guy who said his favorite nip was Mina Kimes.
Okay.
Saw the message. Jumpy, yo. Beep.
It's okay.
This is a new trend, by the way. Before you play this, people are trying to put like multiple new things in waffle makers to like make meals in there. Like my favorite so far is like somebody puts like a huge croissant roll in there and makes like a croissant waffle and then makes like a pizza out of it.
Can I say, I want to ask this question. Why did she feel the need to put her lips on the waffle iron before she put the peaches in there? I just didn't think that was...
She just couldn't wait to eat it.
I just didn't think that was necessary. All right, let's check this.
She was testing for hotness.
Let's check it. Well, she didn't
You should just spit on it first.
God bless, right?
Can I say that on radio?
Just spit on it first.
Okay.
That's a t-shirt. So let's watch this thing, make peaches in
I'm going to watch Brokeback Mountain tonight now.
Waffle. That's not where I was going with this.
Is directly into the fucking waffle maker.
Okay, I love this stupid bitch.
I wasn't ready for that.
That was such a, like, I don't give a shit moment. Like, we're going to put these peaches right in a fucking waffle maker.
Oh, she put juice and all in there.
Certainly did.
Oh my God.
All right. Peaches directly into the fucking waffle maker. Makes sense.
Like it's not even appropriate to
Wait.
use the F word in that context, and she just shoehorned it in there.
So check it out. I don't know if you noticed this yet, but she's not doing this. She's commentating on somebody else doing this. Look at those tits in the back.
Oh my
That
God!
big titted hottie is putting peaches in a waffle maker.
Like to
and then this,
like
you
to
know,
spill some cream
is-
peaches in her cleavage, huh?
boy howdy.
God bless.
Yeah, make sure they're all even, because that's important.
Oh,
All right.
you and me both, honey.
I'd like to bake a cake with her. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you put that-
Shit it and forget it, I guess.
Shit it and forget it. We're reacting to a woman reacting to a set of tits make some shit in a waffle maker.
Yeah, but her talking down to her says a lot,
Yeah.
I think.
What next? Oh, a cup of eggs.
Peaches and cream waffle. I'm gonna take.
Yeah, I think we should have mixed this in a bowl first, my guy.
Well, honestly, you can put it in whatever glass you like. And I'm just gonna.
I love it when an ugly, gross
My guy.
chick talks down to a hottie. It's like
That's what I'm saying.
I love that because it's so demeaning for the hot chick, and I like it when they're taking down a peg or two because I really, deep down, have a serious hatred of women. What? I'm sorry.
Well, how long must I take this abuse?
No, not you specifically.
I
It's just
am
your
woman.
kind. You know, just the
I understand. You should hate me.
Gen Pop.
Drop it in like that.
Your
That's
eggs
the
are
stupidest shit.
Perfect. Alright, next what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little.
All right,
bit
milk.
of vitamin D.
I know that we've agreed that this is fetish videos, but there's still a motherfucker out there making this shit and possibly going to electrocute their damn selves.
I'm gonna take some of my unsalted.
Okay.
all right, enough. Can
You
we?
better not.
Is anyone else just
Ma'am.
Is anyone else just getting angry and like just close the fucking thing already? I want to see what happens.
It's giving me a weird form of anxiety. Like, ma'am, your ingredients are falling off. The eggs are not in this cake now.
Shut the waffle
Shut
maker.
Healthier side. So what I'm gonna do right here is I put up 4 squares
Shut the-
right there, just
I don't know what the doo-doo shit we're making at this point other than a mess.
I need to know her name so I can follow her somewhere.
right.
Yeah, just plop those butters right on top.
Caribou is awkward as the tits lady.
Touch everyone.
That we're gonna do right here is I'm gonna take some.
Oh, now we're putting Grand
I
Southern
know you have to
Homestyle.
cut your fucking food to cook it, but you don't have to sit there and like hand fuck everything.
I want her name.
All right, get your biscuits out.
Just close the goddamn thing. There's too much shit in there already.
The eggs are on the counter, ma'am. You
Yeah, I
need
think we've
those.
seen biscuit dough before.
I
but
just
thanks.
want you. I can't stop watching this. This might be boring the audience, but I need to
It's
watch.
not.
Into your hand.
Close it. I'm getting anxious.
I know. It's driving me nuts. You need those eggs, ma'am. Get 'em
Shut
back.
it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a waffle maker die today.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, I
slap
think
my
you slapped
biscuits,
the
you
shit out of
whore.
I like her lack of charisma.
Just 2 pieces.
I like that she's hideous. I love that she's like Quasimodo and she's like, I don't care. I'm shitting all over this.
Look
bitch.
at those tits. That woman is hot as hell.
Nope. Can I tell you something? You're falling for something right now.
I'm
She's
being
got-
honeypotted.
She's got those positioned and taped up and pushed.
They're
and-
fake. Those are fake nice tits that are just sitting
No, I think those
Oh.
are real bunched up tits.
bunched up tits.
I think they're bunched up titties. I think she's fucking around
You know,
with them.
my farm ass is even turned on by the bandana. Because I have one.
Fair enough.
Too much going on right here. You wanna just,
She's a blood.
nice and simple. So once you get your biscuits in with your butter and your peaches, it's okay to
I don't
Look
care
at
about
that.
your
We're gonna
fucking
shut the
tits.
waffle
Just
maker
shut the
now and
goddamn
see
waffle
what the hell
maker.
happens.
This is gonna be one of my
It's gonna
Alright.
it's gonna all squish out. It's going.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Close.
Oh no.
That ain't closing, bro.
Look at that.
That's a damn shame.
Shut the waffle line like that.
Shut the. Make it shut. Make it shut, you whore.
I bet she doesn't have to clean this shit up, and they're always in nice kitchens. Just pissing all over them, basically.
Teach me, and her mom used to teach her, and so on.
Make sure your tits are still in frame.
You better
Look at
get
those
ready because they're
tits.
shitting all over these walls.
I'm gonna turn something out. We got out of 1. I'm gonna bring it to a 5.
Ma'am, you didn't get any of the
That
eggs.
shit's not gonna cook, my guy, because it's in a fucking waffle maker.
Waffle. That's exactly what we want to do.
Now I need to see
draw
the finished
everything
product.
The fuck out.
There's just raw eggs on the counter and raw dough hanging out.
Yeah.
It's so nutritious because you got your peaches.
It's
Yep.
not nutritional.
Del Monte.
Vitamins. You can see it's got some vitamin C and potassium.
I don't think
and vitamin D in there.
You're worried about the calories or whatever if we're eating this shit.
Got yourself the best overall breakfast you could ever ask for.
Open the goddamn thing. I'm invested now.
I have a waffle maker. Should we do this?
Fucking
No,
eggs on
you
the
do this,
counter
we're all
makes me
dead.
mad.
I'm gonna check real quick. So just let me take a look.
It's just seeping out the fucking sides.
I'm gonna take. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Are you ready for this? I was gonna plate it up and everything, but
It's taking a biscuit shit.
You're sure excited about it. All right, now here we go.
If she doesn't get to the fucking point,
Oh, wow.
No, not oh wow. It's
That
burnt.
kind of worked.
Oh, come on.
that looks like cabbage ass.
And how soon before I take a bite of this, I'm gonna take my ready whip.
Oh, all right, add the.
Take it out of there
Whipped
first.
cream.
Oh, that is sacrilege.
And then all you gotta do is you cut yourself off a little bit.
Oh, we're just gonna eat it right in the
You're gonna
fucking
cut it-
waffle maker.
You're gonna cut it
Oh,
on the
no.
maker?
Bon appetit.
You're gonna burn your mouth.
That peach
Yeah, you're
Or
dead.
bon appetit, if you will.
enjoy.
Oh, that bummed me out. Okay, let's see. What's her name?
Yeah, I need to know the.
Oh, she's Caribou is awkward.
I don't have TikTok. I hope she's on Instagram.
Yeah.
I will never have TikTok.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Sage, for sending that to us, buddy.
Thank you. That was funny.
Oh, that
That was a nice set of tits too.
was
Something to live for.
Yeah, a lovely set of tits and a funny, fat, hair-lipped lady. Cerberus with $2 says, did she dip her face in a can of wall paint? No, I think she ran face first into it, though. $5 from St. Watermelon Finger says, I ordered a pug woman from Chernobyl, but Jesus. That's really funny and mean at the
Please.
same time.
Let me swallow before you read next time.
She always says that to me. 150 away from knocking out our goal tonight and doing a half hour of overtime. We have Opie with corn and potato and Opie with Jake Hudson for overtime tonight.
It sounds like we're all becoming chefs.
You think so?
A lot of vegetables.
A lot of vegetables. Yeah, it's a heavy vegetarian diet with the Opster lately. All right, there's the PayPal. There's the Streamlabs. 150 away from knocking it out tonight. If you feel like throwing in a couple, there's all the links that you'll need. Okay, 2 inmates in a Virginia jail. This is a big one today. Unfortunately, I still don't have a video one of this. I would love to have it. I'm sorry. I pulled up the bar at Wisconsin
the N-word
Dells for
is
April.
just everywhere.
Escape IHOP. I want to see if I can find a news. There haven't been any news stories yet of like the local news running through this one. Oh, here we go. Now I might have it here. Have they gotten a news crew out there yet?
I think you should want to escape from IHOP.
No, they escaped to IHOP. The place they
Oh,
were at
come
before was
on.
so bad that they went to IHOP. 2 inmates in a Virginia jail used primitively made tools to create a hole in the wall of their cell and escape, only to be found hours later at an IHOP restaurant nearby.
Is that worth it?
No.
No.
I mean, you escape,
you
got
don't like
one
IHOP,
meal.
right?
I had iPad. I almost said iPad. I had IHOP once, and then I was going to a Barnes & Noble after, and I almost didn't make it into the Barnes & Noble.
Right. Exactly. With diarrhea shits, right?
Biscuits and gravy at
God,
IHOP.
no. I've been.
And it was like that stabbing feeling in your gut.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Like I've been brought to IHOP, I believe, 3 times against my will for like birthdays.
Oh, I thought you were kidnapped, maybe.
Kind of. And none of those times ended well. It's like going to Bonanza. It's the same outcome.
I shit less from Bonanza than from an IHOP.
You know, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. So these 2 guys, ages 37 and 43, missing from their cell in the Newport News jail annex during a routine head count Monday evening. A preliminary investigation. I just imagine all I'm seeing is Shawshank Redemption. So I'm just saying, well, what, Warden? I've seen you 2. You're thick as thieves, you are. Surely you must have said something. No, sir, Mr. Warden. Lord, it's a miracle. Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Hey, what is that? Last night's roll. Where does it say Dufresne? Right there. Andy Dufresne. He was in here at lights out. Stands a reason he'd be here in the morning. I want him found now. Yeah, what did he say? He goes, well, he's not here, sir. I can see that, Hade. Do you think I'm blind? Is that it, Hade? Do you think I'm blind? No, sir. I want Dufresne found now. Not this morning. Not after breakfast. Now. That's all I think of when I hear about two guys. Andy Dufresne crawled through a shit pipe.
I was going to say he's in the shit pipes, sir.
He didn't go to IHOP and rest. He went into a shit pipe.
Same thing. Same thing. Don't you forget it.
That's true. He just cut out the middleman. He didn't go to the IHOP first. He went right into the shit pipe.
Straight to the shit.
Yeah, he's like, why go to IHOP when I can just visit what the result would be?
Honest to God.
So he crawls through the shit pipe, puts on a suit, and then goes into the bank. Those guys, they break out of jail and they're like, oh, I'm hungry. Hey, you know what we should do if we're escaped convicts in the internet age? We should go to a place where there's a shitload of people looking at us having breakfast. A preliminary investigation found the men exploited a weakness in the jail's construction design and used tools made from a toothbrush and a metal object to access rebars between the walls, and then used the rebar to further their escape. After escaping their cell, they scaled a containment wall around the jail. This is the shittiest built jail I think I've ever heard of. Everything you need to escape is just sitting there.
It's just right there for you.
Yeah, there's the hole that they punched in the wall.
Wow. You'd think somebody would hear that.
You'd think. Toothbrush, metal object, rebar. That's all it took to punch the holes in the wall.
I mean, that's smart. Here, I have a hot take. If you're smart enough to figure your way out of jail, I think you deserve it.
Yeah, but okay, you're smart enough to get out of the jail.
You got out of there, you're out free.
But then your brilliant genius move after you're smart enough to break out of the jail is go grab a breakfast at a busy breakfast restaurant.
You just had to knock a hole through a wall. You're hungry.
I get it.
Go to McDonald's. God damn it.
Yeah, would it kill you to go through a drive-thru where nobody's going to see you? Put on a funny Groucho Marx glasses, nose, and mustache thing, so nobody thinks anything of it?
Nobody's going to remember you at McDonald's.
Authorities had asked for the public's help to find the men, and they were taken into custody again early Tuesday at an IHOP in Hampton when other patrons called police. It reinforces what we always say. See something, say something, says Sheriff Gabe Morgan. I know, but every time I do, they call me a racist. They go, sir, he's allowed to live in this neighborhood. And I'm like, I'm just trying to help. It looks like he's casing the joint.
Does he have to?
Right. I always ask the cop, it's a, what do you call it? It's a philosophical question. I'm like, yeah, but wouldn't he be happier on the east side?
He can technically live here, but should he?
Right. Rupert with $4.99 says, it looks like that lady lost a knife fight, and it still says Tuesday's goal. Oh, my God. I am so sorry. Let me alter that.
Aaron's just living for yesterday.
It is Wednesday, and we are 1:45 away. Thank you guys very, very much for correcting me.
Thank you.
Here's a crazy bitch who actually got what she had coming to her. A woman was killed when she blew up the block of apartments where she lived. Just blew it up.
You're just going to blow up the entire thing?
Well, would you like to hear why? Does she get...
I'm going to guess there was a rat or a snake.
Yeah, I mean, does she get to defend herself? I mean, not technically, she's dead, but would you like to hear why she did it? I mean, right now you're hearing, oh, she blew up a block of apartments. What a piece of shit. But what if,
What if it was for the greater good?
Yeah, what if it was a noble cause? Like there were infidels in the building. How are you supposed to get rid of them?
All right, I'll listen.
Rena James, 43, caused an inferno after using a hammer to smash her way into a noisy neighbor's home in Bedford. She poured gasoline all over the surfaces and used a naked flame to set the vapor alight.
Okay.
Last July 4th.
Okay, fireworks.
Well, there you go.
That's fun.
It caused an explosion that could be heard a half-mile away, and residents jumped to safety out of windows as fire ripped through the 3-story block in Redwood Grove, which later collapsed. She burned the motherfucker down.
So it's just because the neighbor was noisy?
Yeah, she'd had it.
God, there's part of me that kind of understands her rage. At my last apartment I lived in, I lived on the first floor, and the people that lived right above me, I'd met them previously one time. They're from India, and I think they were still living on India time. So by the time I needed to be going to sleep, they had 6 fucking kids up there jumping off of furniture and screaming and yelling and shit. Yeah. And I had fucking had it several times. I'd fucking had it.
Did you complain? Did you do anything?
Yes, I did. Multiple times, and I'm not that kind of person, but it was all night long.
To them or the landlord?
Them first.
Okay. And what did they say?
They didn't speak English.
Oh, of course. That's always a problem.
Not a one spoke English. And I'm like, well, this is going to be fun.
Or they just pretended they didn't speak English because they wanted to keep making noise and like, get this nosy white blonde bitch out of here.
Honestly, though, I get the rage.
A coroner on Tuesday concluded that she died by misadventure. That sounds like the way you die in a video game. After a day-long hearing at Bedfordshire Coroner's Court. Yeah. Oh, wow. How much gas did she use?
Ooh. Oh, that's expensive.
She literally blew the roof off the place. I'm surprised she's the only one who died. Everyone else was at work.
Or jumping out the windows.
Yeah, or leaping and just trying to find it's like a soft spot in the grass.
Well, that's an exciting July 4th, though. Imagine if you didn't have any plans.
Yeah, but I think this is in the UK.
Also, it's not for them.
That's a double kick in the dick.
This wasn't even our holiday.
Yeah, it reminds you of the day that the colonies got away and then became like the biggest superpower ever. And then
it's rather insulting. Actually.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden on their holiday, you set off the fireworks that blows the roof off the joint.
Kind of look like gay apartments, though. No balconies or anything.
England's an old country.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't think I like it.
I wouldn't want to go there either. I've heard Ireland's okay, but
Ireland's fine because they have a lot of golf courses, a lot of castles, and a lot of booze.
But you got to fly across an ocean, and Ireland's like, okay, that'd be fun for 2 or 3 days. I don't want to go somewhere for 2 or 3 days if I have to fly across an ocean.
I knew some people that went to Ireland, like a couple brothers that went there together to just drink and golf.
That would be uncomfortable because Ireland's a really white country. So you would think 2 black guys in Ireland, that would be...
You're right.
Oh, siblings.
Yes, siblings.
Siblings. Okay, we'll see.
Thank you.
You confused me.
I understand your confusion.
Mo Green with the Archie Bunker quote, England is a gay F-word country.
I haven't heard anything good about England. I really haven't.
I never hear anything about Wales. Scotland seems depressing and awful.
I don't like when whales get beached.
Carlos Cameo says, I've been to Ireland. It makes Litchfield look like Black History Month. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're onto something there.
I wouldn't mind going to Ireland, but there is something about flying over the ocean that troubles me.
Well, I mean,
there's something restricting me from doing that.
You crash into the ocean or you crash into the hard ground. I got bad news for you. You're fucked.
Yeah, but I don't want to die watching a shark swim my way.
Oh no, you'll be dead long before that.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, that water. If you like crash down into the water in one of those jets, you might as well be hitting solid ground. You're gonna hit so hard that you might as well.
Honestly, thank God for that. What if I have a question, and it's just an honest question. I understand what you're saying about like nose diving into the ocean. It's like concrete. What if you were good pilots and they are able to like skim the water and like fucking.
Well, then they are Sully Sullenberger.
Is it possible?
Look, in my mind,
we can sit in the ocean floating on it.
In my mind, once you're going down, I just kind of consider it a loss. So if you make it, great, awesome, wonderful, bonus.
An awful pessimistic way to think.
But I think if a plane that big is going down from that high up in the air, you're fucked. Kiss your ass goodbye. That's the end of it. All right, guys, 1:45 away from knocking out tonight's goal and doing overtime, and we're only 25 minutes away from firing up the music.
What?
Having a little fun, rattling the cans, and seeing if you guys want to get us there. So there's Streamlabs and PayPal in the chat. Also, Super Chats and memberships. If we hit the 145, we'll tack another 30 minutes on to the end of the show. We got Opie with the vegetables again, and Opie is on to Jake Hudson right away the first time Jake Hudson calls into his show. I'll be honest with you. Opie had Jake Hudson figured out before we did.
I don't think you should call Jake Hudson a vegetable. I don't think that's very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, a fruit. I apologize.
It just seemed weird that he's having vegetables on his show now.
Julia says, can I get the link to the TikTok thing? Sage, do you have that for her? You sent it to me. If you could put that link in the chat, that would be great.
Otherwise, I think her name was Caribou is Awkward.
Yeah, Caribou is Awkward was the TikTok name. Guess what? Johnny was right. Amanda Bynes' psychiatric hold is going to be extended.
Really?
They want to keep her in the nervous hospital a little bit longer.
She's really not doing well then.
She's a child star who worked for Nickelodeon for most of her childhood. She's definitely fucked up.
Was she the chick in that movie John Tucker Must Die? Or is it She's the Man?
I know She's the Man is her. What's the one, like one of the first movies she did that kind of made her a movie star? Her Way, or She's Got Away, or
I don't know.
I know about She's the Man.
She's the Man.
Isn't there one where there's like a British flag behind her?
I know what you're talking about. She's got like the thing with the chin strap.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? Oh no.
Bobbies Are Bullshit or something. I don't remember what that name was.
Bobbies Are Bullshit.
Not Parent Trap. That was Lindsay Lohan.
I actually enjoyed that movie.
God damn it. Somebody is going to get that. Not Cody Banks too? Yeah, she's in that. You're right. But that's not the... Is that... Citizen M deleted that because he was embarrassed that he knew Cody Banks too. Fuck. All right, fine.
Yeah, what is that?
Amanda Bynes, IMDb. You guys have let me down. She was born the same year I was. I feel.
Who's doing better?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who won, bitch? Who won? What a Girl Wants. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
What a Girl Wants. She's the Man. The Rugrats movie.
Hairspray.
She was in Hairspray. Okay. Ever since then, 2008, Living Proof. And
she was the bitch in Easy A.
In 2010, she was in Easy A, and she has been dunzo ever since.
I forgot she was in Easy A.
It has been 13 years.
Have you seen that movie?
No. Parts of it, I didn't care for it.
I'm not sure if I like Emma Stone. She's always one of those people I'm very hot and cold on. Acting-wise, I think she's cute.
Emma Stone is one of those people that like Hollywood's programmed me to want to fuck her, and I don't think I do. Like, I'm rejecting Hollywood's advances.
I don't think you're supposed to be programmed to fuck that one.
I feel like that's the way they pitched it.
No, I feel like she's more... Niche isn't the right word, but she's like a selective groups like her.
Alex Bernal says Aaron is in Easy A cups. April was even feeling around yesterday. She goes, boy, that's basically flat. Thank you. Just wanted to point that out. I like compliments, like any girl. Amanda Bynes will likely spend an extended period of time getting the sutures in her asshole. Psychiatric care she needs. And we've learned more about the days leading up to her walking naked through the LA streets. Actually, she'd been, her family said she'd been on the streets for a few days.
And you just let her do that?
Well, she's been off a conservatorship now for a couple years, and that's not going very well. Sources close to Amanda tell us they're still putting the pieces together, but at this point, believe she could have been living on the streets for several days. We're told Amanda's car was towed on March 15th, about 40 miles from her home, and 25 miles from downtown LA, where she popped up on Sunday. Oh, no. We have video of her walking the streets. Oh, this looks...
How does nobody see this and not stop
Amanda, say what's up. What's up? We just walking the streets of Hollywood. It's St. Patrick's Day. I saw my girl walking, so I said I had to say what's up. Amanda, say what's up. What's up?
She is sonked out.
Yeah, she doesn't... That bitch
pills.
doesn't know where she is.
That's pills, if you ask me.
At least she has clothes on.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, she had clothes on, so that's a plus. Mm-hmm. I think, what was it, Saturday or Sunday she got picked up?
Yeah.
So those clothes stayed on for at least a little bit.
St. Patrick's Day was Friday.
Is the skinniness, because she used to be kind of a chunk, is the skinniness maybe have something to do with the drugs because she's...
Not eating, too. She's not eating.
I hate to say this, but like she's starting to look better.
Ooh, I don't know.
Than how she used to look.
She's got that weird, like, sucked out, drained look in her face to me.
I don't think she's been living the healthiest lifestyle.
No?
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Lark Bark says, damn, I can't stand these two already. Well, neither could their family members, apparently. They've got her on the psychiatric hold. Amanda got a ride to Beverly Hills from a stranger, but then asked to return to Hollywood. We're also told since she was first brought to a mental health hospital early Sunday morning, she started to make improvements. But the expectation is she will likely be committed at least another week before she'll be well enough to discharge. And then after that, you've got to get her back on the conservatorship.
Somebody keep eyes on her at least.
Yes.
Like, make sure she's okay.
She was spotted wandering March 19th, the streets of near downtown Los Angeles, waving a car down for help and calling 911.
So she knew she wasn't okay.
Yeah, Bynes was placed on an involuntary psychiatric hold, which typically lasts at least 72 hours. Today marks exactly 1 year since Amanda's conservatorship was terminated. At this time, sources close to Amanda tell us her parents don't plan to bring the conservatorship back into play.
So do they just think it's a lost cause now, or?
I mean,
what? You know, you're not considering it even.
Maybe Mo Green's right. Maybe she needs Scientology. Maybe that.
Yeah, Scientology has saved many. I'm hearing.
Maybe Tom Cruise can help her. I don't know, but that's just.
I don't know what to say about these people because it is a tough place. Like, if you want to ruin your life, I guess ruin your life. But
yeah, it really is kind of like, it seems like these conservatorships have about a 1-year shelf life, and then the people start to lose their fucking minds.
We've seen what happened to Britney Spears. That woman is not well. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You can root for her all you want. I think I still would, but she is not okay.
Yeah. Britney Spears is pretty much finished.
Yeah.
I think. Unless they get her back on that conservatorship, which they probably won't do, because the entire fucking internet fought like crazy for this chick to be offered conservatorship because it was so unfair. Meanwhile, these people don't have to live with the consequences of what happened.
Her new husband has tried to stage interventions and everything.
Yeah.
He's having to clean up after her like public outburst with the press and everything. I mean, it's got to be tough.
Yeah.
I don't know why you marry into that, though, because you've got to know.
Well, because you want to be the one in charge, and you get, to be in charge of the money.
I thought they said there was a prenup or something with him or her.
I don't see her
know.
as the kind of person who's that sharp. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Thank you very much to John for buying a hoodie from steeltoeentertainment.com/shop.
Thank you.
That brings tonight's goal to $140. We take about $5 from every hoodie. Postage is starting to eat the fuck out of that too. We'll probably have to bump those up a little bit.
Yes.
Here in the near future. But for now, $5 towards the goal, $140 away from this evening's 30-minute overtime goal. MSO says, come on, people, let's make that goal. The guy makes one right prediction about not knocking it out.
He feels bad now.
And now he's turned and he's on our side. John says, can I get April and April only to sign my hoodie? Just kidding, Aaron. You can sign it as Loaf Piggy for me. Write that down.
Yes, we can sign your hoodie.
We'll sign John Hahn's hoodie, and I'll sign it Loaf Piggy. Oh, man. Guys, hit the like button. Be wonderful if you want to hit the like button. Let's get that number up there. Great for the algorithm. And, of course, hit subscribe if you like our show, if you like what we're doing. Hit the subscribe. Let's jack those numbers up as well on our way to 10,000 subscribers in less than a year. Let's make sure we get there. Guys, I don't know if this is if you're poor and you think it's a nice car, the poor man's Corvette, the Camaro, is going bye-bye.
Really?
The Camaro is gone. Now, that's the shitty one, right? That's the one people kind of look down on if they're car people. The Corvette's the one they look at and go, that one's all right. That one's passable. But the Camaro is like,
I think the Corvette is a lot cooler car, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. I've been in the Camaro, I think back in like 2015 or 16, and it was relatively unimpressive to me, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what the car world thinks about it.
The car world apparently agrees with you because they're shit canning it. The Chevy Camaro, for decades the dream car of many teenage American males, is going out of production. GM, which sells the brawny muscle car, said Wednesday it will stop making the current generation early next year. The future of the car, which is raced on NASCAR and other circuits, is a bit murky. GM says another generation may be in the works. While we are not announcing an immediate successor today, rest assured this is not the end of the Camaro's story. The current 6th generation of Camaro, introduced in 2016, has done well on the racetrack, but sales have been tailing off in recent years. Well, part of that could be nobody can afford to buy a car right now.
To me, especially if you live here in Minnesota, like a Camaro would be like your fun sidecar that you can bring out towards the end of spring and got to put it away in the fall. Like you can only drive it for part of the year.
Alex Bernal says, Google image Camaro's stupid shifter. All right, here we go. Camaro stupid shifter. There we go. Images. Let's see. I mean, that is a stupid. I hate that thing. I mean, it's not. I don't hate it enough to be like, fuck that car. I hope it dies, but.
I'm just looking at it like
it's kind of stupid.
I don't feel one way or another, but I do know that the Camaros I've been in, I did not like the interior at all. It really actually bothered me.
They only sold 24,000 Camaros last year.
Woo.
Says Eric W.
To me, I think you're onto something with people not having money to spend on like a fun car. That's like a fun extra car.
Derek Darwin said from Midland Armory, of course, midlandarmory.com, says, I saw a vet driving down Division in a snowstorm. Minnesotans don't care.
Oh, really? Most people I know with the sports cars keep them in the garage all winter.
Yeah, I don't. I never got into the Camaro. It was never like a car that did anything for me. Even the Corvette, I was never been a Corvette guy either.
I think the really new Corvettes are pretty awesome looking, but I would never buy one.
As a really tall guy,
they're slick.
As a tall dude, I never got into sports cars because like a tall guy in a sports car just looks retarded. Like they're just sitting there kind of hunched in.
I don't know.
It's stupid.
A lot of rich tall guys have sports cars.
Yeah, well, they also have small dicks, so you got to factor that in.
I always figured that if I had like lots of extra money to spend on a car, I'd buy a Dodge Challenger. I like those.
Those I like. Those aren't bad.
Those are bigger cars, though.
But no more Camaro. I really liked when they brought the Lincoln Continental back, but apparently nobody else did because they are not making that Lincoln Continental anymore.
Even the one you showed me, except for like the seats themselves, I thought it was a pretty unimpressive car.
They looked comfy, cozy to me. 140 away from knocking it out tonight. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. 15 minutes until we rattle the cans and fire up the music. And, maybe blow the hype train whistle. You know what? Fucking Royce had to eat a little humble pie this morning. So Daywave, you know how Rumble went down today and it's still apparently having some problems?
Yep.
Well, Rumble went down and people, I theorized this on the morning show. I said, is Crowder bringing so much traffic to Rumble that it's like shutting down the site?
Having a hard time.
Maybe. But Rumble went down today, so Royce couldn't do his show on Rumble. And he tweeted out today, I can't believe I'm saying this, but catch us now on Twitch. And I just hit the reply button and just wrote in all caps, Hype Train.
Hype Train incoming.
Hype Train for Royce.
That's like the only thing I miss about Twitch is the Hype Trains were fun.
Yeah.
I liked getting through the different levels.
Right. RP Jesus says Dodge is killing the Charger and the Challenger. They're killing them both. Yep.
God,
They're done.
Why are we doing this? I think it's honestly because nobody has money to spend on fun cars.
Maybe not.
You need the work vehicles.
So are you saying that Biden killed sports cars? Is that what you're going with? Oh my God,
maybe. Thanks, Biden.
Oh, way to go, dickhead. All right, we got time for a few more stories here. Then we'll fire up the music and see if we can knock out the rest of that 140 with you guys. Again, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships, what have you. Into Florida we go. A Summerfeld man was arrested after allegedly slapping a woman's face with a slice of pizza during an argument. I like this guy.
I like it too. Like, if you're pissed at somebody, slapping them with something flat but yet pliable.
Floppy, yeah.
Something pliable. That sounds
I like the idea. Now, if you hit a woman with a pizza, do you hold on to the crust end?
Fuck yeah.
And whack her with the bread end? Or do you hold it by the crust end and whack her with the cheese end?
I'm holding it crust end. I'm getting a good slap on that tip.
And now, are you backhanding her with the bread bottom?
Yes.
Or are you forehanding her with the cheese?
Ooh, I'm backhanding her with the crusty bottom. But if you do go with the cheese and it's hot, that shit's gonna sting. And
see, now my
burn.
thing is, I at first said backhand with the bread end, but then I thought a good forehand, and you turn that over and snap, and then you crush them with the cheese, and the cheese slides off as you do your follow through
and burns,
and then you leave a nice burning sauce on their cheek. That's a good smack.
Yeah, I think it's gonna connect and sting better though with the crust. So
no, see, I think the bread end, you're gonna have those little crusties on the bottom, and it's gonna help kind of roll it off. I don't know, man.
Look,
I think you get a better
We can test
stick.
this out if you'd like. Let's get a pizza after the show and slap each other.
I'm in for getting the pizza. You know what's the best slapping pizza? Little Caesars. It's cheap. It's a good slapping
Sbarro.
pizza. No, Sbarro. First of all, they bring that out hotter than the. Jesus Christ! What the fuck just happened?
I didn't get supper. I'm hungry.
Oh, okay. I only had a can of soup.
What kind?
I
didn't know we had soup.
Chicken corn chowder, chunky. It's nice. I liked it a lot.
Why is your phone
My
going bananas
phone
right
is
now?
going fucking apeshit right now.
I am.
Oh, you know what?
I got a bunch of professional. I turn my shit on silent.
I got a bunch of update notifications. Alex Bernal says Aaron just got Kumia. You son of a bitch.
Oh, I bit you.
So yeah, I think one of those big New York pizzas is the best way to go. Those big New York
Marnatelli's. They got big slices. No, they square cut their shit.
Yeah,
God
see,
damn
you can't slap a woman with a square cut pizza.
Pizza Ranch cuts theirs too small.
Yep. Sabaro Stromboli says,
said,
Alex Bernal, you can take that thing in your hand and just, boom, splat it right in their face.
Well, for that matter, I'll just go to the meat market and grab a nice salami and...
Wow. My dreams are coming true.
I hope there's a little juice on it.
MSO says, Tombstone, too thin. It's got to be a New York-style slice.
No. Hear me out. Get a party pizza, bake the whole goddamn thing, obviously. Don't cut it. And just wallop you with it. Just a party pizza.
A Totino's
party pizza. And just fucking... Whoosh.
I just Casey's is a good slapping pizza. That would slap really well. All that grease on there, you'd really smack the shit out of somebody.
I'm going to get like one of the slices with jalapenos on it, or a buffalo chicken so it gets in your eye and stings.
All of it doable. I just think that what's brilliant about this guy, and I know you look at this mugshot we have for him, he doesn't look brilliant.
It's kind of hot.
But you got bad taste. I mean, except for me.
I'm waiting on your facial hair to grow like that.
Ooh, no thank you. But with a guy like this, it's smart. Even though I know he got arrested, it didn't work out for him. But the thought process is there where if I smack this bitch in the face with a pizza, that's just hitting her with food. That's like a food fight. I can't be arrested for a food fight. I really like.
Are you sure?
The restraint this guy showed should be rewarded because if you think about it, he wanted to punch her right in the fucking mouth, and instead he just took a slice of pizza and he went, "Hey, bitch, bam."
Okay, if I roast like a young turkey in the oven, and I grab...
No, wait a minute. Why would you bring a turkey into your home just to insult him? Hey, what do you got? Some kind of turkey neck there? Oh!
If I
roasted that turkey.
Like a young turkey in the oven, I got...
What are you, a butterball? Oh, turkey roasted.
I got him cooked. And I grab him by the fucking leg nubbers, and I hold him together, and I fucking... you with a turkey. I can't get charged with assault for that.
If you grab him by both legs and you whack someone hard enough with a non-hollowed out turkey, you could maybe knock him out.
I'm like putting I left the, what are they called?
You stripped it? You unstuffed it?
No. The
gizzards?
I left like the gizzards and the fucking heart and liver and shit. I left it all in there.
And the penises and the vaginas.
I stuffed that turkey and I fucking...
You find the tiniest little stank hole and you stuff the shit out of it.
You know what I hate about wearing glasses on the show?
Yeah, what's that?
It fucking hurts. Like,
it can.
These are like pushing the glasses into my head and it hurts.
It can be a painful experience. Let's say thank you to a couple of people. Mike's Tool and Repair says, you guys are in my earbud more than is probably healthy. Well, I hope you're having a good time, sir.
I just call that hot.
And Daniel Sharparelli says, save me VIP tickets for the anniversary show. Write down Sharparelli. He also throws in $100 and he wants Shaka to dance. There you go, buddy. I'll give you a Shaka dance for that one.
Thank you, sir.
All right. That's going to put us, what are we at now? $40 away, I think? Yes, $40 away from nailing it tonight, from doing overtime this evening.
Do you guys know with your plus ones and shit, you're over like 50 people?
Shit, we're going to sell this thing out on VIPs. We've also got a few tickets sold already for an anniversary show that's still 5 months away. So
that's pretty cool, guys.
Thank you guys all very, very much. Remember, if you're a VIP, if you're a VIP and you want to be in the cornhole tournament, though, you still have to go on Eventbrite and get those for $10 because that's a separate cash prize tournament thing. All right. Let's continue on with the guy who bitch slapped the lady with the pizza. I'm interested to hear how this came about.
I want to know what kind.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office received a 911 hang-up call on Friday involving a possible domestic disturbance. It was a hang-up because the woman called police and I'm going to have you arrested for that. But then halfway through, before they go, hello, 911, what's your emergency? Her head went, don't tell them you got hit in the face with a fucking pizza. It's ridiculous. And then click.
It's rather embarrassing, actually.
It's an embarrassing thing. When a deputy arrived at the home of 39-year-old Ortelio Lazaro Alfonso, a woman said he had been angered when she disciplined a child by striking the child's bottom area. You know what? I'm on his side. You hit the child, I hit you.
Old-fashioned spanking.
No spanking, because that's even weirder. Now you got to hit a kid's ass.
Yeah.
Were you Dan Schneider?
I don't know how you got parented as a kid or anything.
Obviously not well.
What do you mean?
I'm saying obviously not well. Look at me.
Oh. I did get spanked when I was bad, and
still do. That
put such a fear in me of that type of punishment that I would never hit a kid. I would never spank a kid. I can't do that. And I don't blame my parents, because I think we've talked about this before. Parents that spank their kids do that because that's how they grew up, I think. It's what they know.
I don't like it. I just don't like the idea of striking a child. I'm against it.
They're small. Yeah. They don't know what's going on. They look to you for guidance, and you shouldn't be hitting them.
And I am totally fine with answering a child being hit with bitch slapping someone with a pizza. I think that's...
If you're a parent and you're not okay with your kid being hit, yes, I agree.
Cerberus with a $5 super chat says, am I on the list yet?
Yes.
All right.
I did see your tweet. You are on the list. I'm sorry, I just didn't open it yet.
All right. $35 away from doing overtime, boys and girls. That means there's the Streamlabs, there's the PayPal. If you want to finish her off and we all want to jump in and knock out that last $35. So the deputy noted that the woman had pizza sauce on her shirt and collar, so he hit her with the sauce end because it came off and hit her in the shirt.
Maybe she's just a sloppy eater and she's lying.
Well, she also had the pizza sauce on her shirt and collar, as well as in her hair and on her ear. So he popped her in the ear with the slice of pizza.
Oh.
And she...
Can you imagine your ear hole being packed full of sauce?
Oof,
Ew.
That'll be uncomfortable. You're going to find out later. There was also pizza sauce. Oh, I meant love gravy.
Give me that Alfredo sauce in there. I like a good Alfredo sauce.
Right
pizza.
in your ear hole. You'll be doing this before bed. Get out of there. You know, when you get out of the shower, you still got water in your ears, so you shake like a dog to get it to pop. Really?
No. Oh, you're the only one I've ever met. He'll lay in bed sometimes after a shower. He knows what I'm going to say, too. And he's in his ear with his finger, and it's making this water sloshy sound. I'm like, oh. Yeah. You got a pool in there. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know how to get in there.
Q-tips.
Well, yeah, I should probably do that a little more.
And then, when I finally...
Alex, just real quick, Alex says, ew, married couple, still intimate. Well, it's nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Do we do things?
Yeah, from time to time.
No, and when I finally do get him to clean out the swimming pool inside his ear, he pulls out fucking Cardiff Electric on his Q-tip. And he shows me.
Every time
he does this awful thing where he's like, okay, don't look. You're not going to be happy about this. And then, of course, you look.
Every time I pull a Q-tip out of my ear, I look at the Q-tip and it goes, hi, how are you doing?
Do you want to do a live cleaning at the end of this show?
No, I'll make people sick. People will unsubscribe to this channel. People will leave.
It's the color of my shirt for some reason.
They will fucking leave on principle.
Am I off base on that?
Guys, if you're happy that I'm not doing that with my earwax for you, hit like, hit subscribe, and show your support from this show or for this show, so that you know I'm thinking about you. You know I'm appreciating you.
Fucking waterhead, Q-tips.
Jesus,
Q-tips suck up the
don't
water,
call me
bro.
a waterhead.
Facts. Tip diff. Tip diff. Q-diff.
Alex Nerio says, April, do you pop his back knee? I mean, I pop yours.
Look, it's helping a friend out. Whenever, I feel like neither of us really have that very often, though.
No, we always dig at each other's backs in hopes that there's one.
I do this thing, sometimes because it's fun. So you just take your flashlight and your phone to really amplify the pores and kind of gaze around. There's never anything to do. And then I think I've got something. And he's like, I don't see anything.
She always ends up very bored.
The ones we get a big kick out of is when you have them stark white ones in the crease of your nose.
Alex says that's true love. Ryan says married peeps are disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man. Well, Nebo says I'm too high for this. King 40 says I like everyone on this show. Oh, except for the fat, unfunny loser with the mustache.
Hey, which one?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to be more specific now. All right, guys, should we fire it up, knock out that last 35, and then get to Opie talking to vegetables and the guy who gave out our address to our doxer? Let's do that. Let's fight.
I kind of don't want you to. I wish you hadn't told me that. Because I was into this whole Opie, like,
you're going to be
thing.
really happy with how Opie handles it.
But he took the call. People tell people not to take that call.
He learned now not to take that call.
But he's opened the door. That guy's going to be a parasite in his chat now.
Until he says, get the fuck out of here. That's all. Hey, let him learn.
Okay.
Geez, let him learn. All right, let's fire up the music. Let's see if we can knock this out. Oh, God damn, that is loud.
Why?
Holy shit, I don't know now. All right, guys, $35 away. There's the PayPal. There's the Streamlabs link in the chat. Get your fucking hands out of here, you monster. Super chats, memberships, Rumble. Quit jerking me off. That feels too good. Oh, I'm going to blow a batch.
You're too matchy for me tonight. He's wearing the same color.
No. We're not going to talk about what pants I'm wearing.
Okay.
Because it's too gay. There's too much gray going on.
He might as well be wearing a onesie right now.
It's, yeah, it doesn't look good.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. It just felt nice. Zen Rhino says, Daywave Hype Train. No. I ain't Royce Lopez, motherfucker.
Will you put it on?
They call me the conductor.
Put it on, please.
I will on Friday if we don't knock it out.
You keep saying that.
Friday, I will do the conductor shirt if we're really desperate and short of the goal. I promise.
What if they say no money until you put the shirt on?
We will see. We will see. 35 away. Let's see if we can knock that last 35 out and just call her a successful night. And then we've got a bunch of stories. We got the Opster. We got all kinds of things going on here this evening. Julia says, come on, Aaron. All right, here you go. We better knock this shit out.
Oh, my God.
Here you go.
That shirt is my size, by the way. He ordered a small on accident.
I accidentally ordered a small. Thank you, Head Tigger in charge for the. Holy
Thank
shit.
you. Oh, my. Here.
Oh, my good God almighty. Holy shit. They thought I had breast binders on before. This is not going to help the bra rumors. Holy shit.
Oh, my God.
Oh. Makes my chest and arms look bigger, though. I should wear small sizes more often.
That is my size.
Oh, man.
God, you are, like, tight in there.
I
You're
am,
like
yeah.
a firmly packed sausage.
I'm nice and taut. Who wants to fuck with me now, huh? Who wants to fuck with me now?
You need the hat.
I know. We got to get a hat. All right. 35 away. Thank you very much to Head Tigger in charge and Alex Bernal. He says that was meant for a Filipino YouTuber. Yeah, I think you're right. 25 away from knocking it out tonight. Thank you. Gina Bobina, I think this is the real one. She's got, I don't know why. The internet is so fucked up. I know I say that a lot, but like, there are people who imitate Gina Bobina and pretend to be, I don't know who she is. I don't know where she came from.
I don't see these people.
But people imitate her.
Really?
Would like to donate, but it's been a stressful month. Still love you, Aaron. Oh, just hit like, hit subscribe. That's more than enough for us. Everybody else has it all covered. Yikes, Fatso says Cream of Green.
It's actually kind of slimming.
I do want Cream of Green to admit one thing. He started coming to this show as a really hateful guy, and this show has really grown on him. He was one of those guys like, oh, you guys have fun? That's gay. You're liking the fun.
We are fun and gay.
And gay. My Lost Interests with 199 says earwax, popping back zits. Please stop.
I said we don't do that very often.
Ricky Garcia with 499 says, I want to thank your spazzy energy and happy mood every day. I wake up at 2:30 a.m. and it gets me ready to deal with assholes. Matt Fields with 999 says, all right, the hottest host wearing a tight shirt and glasses. Dance for me, Shaka. 15 away.
Wait,
from getting it taken care of. There
we both have
go.
tight shirts and glasses.
There you go, buddy. Both of us in tight shirts and glasses. Thank you very much for that. All right, that's the end of the music. I think we still got a minute and a half or so left before we knock it out, but we are $10 away. Let me hit the refresh button over here on Streamlabs and PayPal. We've got, please don't read my full name. You guys are funny. Well, thank you, Jay. I'm going to say Jay for that one.
Thank you.
$25. Thank you very much. So you guys are $15 into tomorrow's goal already. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You've knocked it out. Great people watching the Steel Toe Show. Let me just make sure that we've got this updated for tomorrow, 3:35 perfecto. All right. What do you want to watch first, April? Since you hate the Jake stuff, you can watch Opie with the vegetables being likable again.
Okay.
Or you can watch 2 very short clips of Opie and Jake Hudson. May I make a suggestion?
Yes.
Can I take this shirt off? This is really,
if you must,
starting to cut off circulation.
You're stretching it out so I can't
at this
wear
point.
it now.
Yeah, that's what she says about her vagina. There we go. And I felt my titties flopping on that one.
I'll support them.
Nebo says, I don't like this whole liking Opie thing. Look, we're not comfortable with it either, buddy. This is not something that we went looking for. And then all of us, again, I'm going to take partial credit for this. Opie watches our show. He doesn't like our criticism. But he started taking some of the stuff we were saying to heart. He started playing. We always said, Opie, just play along with these people. Be more likable. And then he did it, and we're like, that's all we ever said.
Yeah.
We're not these unfair people who just, we're not MLC. We don't just shit on things for the sake of shitting on them. We only shit on things when we think they suck.
I feel like it's growth on both ends. Like Opie's becoming likable and happy and fun.
Which is
and
good.
We're growing to like him again.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. So
change is uncomfortable.
If I may make a suggestion, my suggestion is this. You get the 3 total minutes of Jake Hudson out of the way.
Oh.
And then you get to enjoy Opie with the corn and the potato.
All right.
Potatoes, plural. So here is
a sack of potatoes.
A sack of potatoes. So you have Jake with the corn.
God.
And then you have Opie realizing that Jake is a complete waste of time and energy. And then you have Opie with the entire Starch family.
This just seems so below Opie. Honestly.
Look, it's below everybody. By the way, remember when, oh God, this is a sad sign of Kevin's desperation. Remember when he had Jake Hudson on because he thought he could get steel toe dirt from Jake Hudson?
That's rich.
And then 2 days after he met him on his show, Kevin blocked Jake Hudson.
Yes. Ask the guy for dirt when I used to send him lots and lots of free merch. I sent him presents.
Yeah, guys.
I supported the guy, and then he fucking spots us.
Kevin Company. Kev, I know you don't like me. I know you've got this weird obsession with steel toe, but let me give you a nickel's worth of free advice here, buddy. When I warn you about shit, I'm not as hateful and obsessive about you as you are about me. When I'm warning you about shit, it's a genuine warning. Jake's out of his mind. You should have listened to me. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze on that one. All right, so here we go. Jake Hudson decided to take advantage of Opie saying people could come into his StreamYard and he would put them on his stream. And of course, where there are former radio shock jocks, there will be Jake Hudson not far behind. And he's on with Corn Diff.
He makes the rounds. It's almost impressive how many people allow him on their streams.
Well, and what happens is he shows up for a couple days on a show. The hosts get fucking tired of him. Then he turns on them, and then he goes to another show.
He's a plague, and most people are really nice to him from the get-go, and then he turns shitty.
So here's Jake Hudson with Opie and the Corn Diff.
Jake Hudson wants in. He's freaking out.
Why did you block me, you freaking corn?
I don't know. Because you're pacing around a trailer house screaming at strangers? Actually,
no,
Corn Diff looks like a pretty...
screaming at corn.
Corn Diff seems like a pretty sensible guy in this one.
Good. Who's this?
You blocked me on Twitter. Corn Diff, remember? I sent you... I wanted you on the show and then you fucking blocked me?
But this...
okay, I just want to point out that what Jake's doing right now does not help Chad Zumach's case of how unstable he is, because there are now only 2 people who have screamed at the corn on a stream.
Mm-hmm.
Chad Zumach and Jake Hudson.
You're right.
That's the company you're keeping.
And, I understand people like a Jake Hudson aren't going to understand this, but, people like a Corn Diff, when they see a nobody name being shitty to them on Twitter, they just get blocked, because they're like, guy's not a fan of mine anyways. He can get out of here, right?
Right.
Whoa, don't curse on my live stream, Jake Hudson.
Sorry, Hope.
All right, listen. Why did you block Jake Hudson? He seems like...
I love how Opie, who rarely edits anything, edits stuff out of a clip. Even with Jake Hudson, he's like, okay, I got to cut some shit out. Look at the chat's even going, for fuck's sake. Like, they've already had it with Jake 27 seconds
Because I
in.
guarantee you they've seen this guy on some other stream being crazy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like a nice guy when he's not doing circles in his what? Do you live like in a bunker?
No, it's a house. It's built on a house trailer.
Oh, it's a double wide, probably, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Good for you, brother. That means you're doing all right for yourself.
Yeah, we call it the Plowboy Mansion for my father. Corn. What did I do to what? I've been nice to you, Corn.
I don't know what to say, honestly.
The internet, like this whole podcast universe we found ourselves in, is completely fucking broken.
It's fucked.
It's
over. All fucked.
Guys, look at me. I'm the broadcaster in the bunch here. You're all stand-up comics doing shows. Let me tell you from a broadcaster perspective. It's fucking over. It's done. Whatever it was going to be, it's peaked. Now we're going to try and pick up the pieces and roll with the audience we've gathered, because this is now our legacy. We've got a guy in a double wide with holes in the ceiling.
Rats falling out of it.
Rats falling out of the ceiling. Yelling at a Corn, go, what did I do, Corn?
I was nice to you.
Guys, it's fucking done.
Corn's up there.
Look at him. He's terrified. Opie's still having a good time.
He wants to pull his husks up.
Yeah.
I don't think I necessarily have a problem with you, Jake.
You blocked me. Is it because of Steel Toe?
Oh my God. Can we stay out of one fucking show, please?
No. They're all obsessed.
Just do my little retarded show and then have take a few pot shots here and there. Does it have to be an obsession every goddamn... How are we coming up every... I'm honored. Don't get me wrong.
Here's my problem with this. I have not thought about Jake for fucking ever until you just brought him to my attention, but he somehow brought our name up on here. I've not talked about this guy. I don't remember him.
You know what's going on here?
All of it.
You know what's going on here? Between MLC not being able to stop talking about me, between, I think Meltdown's pretty much done. Chad, Opie, Shuley bringing us up every once in a while, whether it's good or bad. Gino, whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm starting to think, April?
Everybody's a buzz about the toe guy.
And I'm your collateral damage. Everyone's trying to get to you and they use me for it.
I don't also know.
Look at Opie's like mouthing help on the
I
screen.
think he just mouthed. I don't know what to say.
I know.
Let me take a cue from you. Do you want me to get into this?
Uh-oh.
As long as you don't get me kicked off my live stream, I'm fascinated by you. Can I say weirdos? Are you gonna get mad?
Uh-oh, Opie. No. Opie, can I give you a piece of advice on Jake Hudson? Opester. Now that you and I are cool, don't send this guy any merch and don't put an address on it.
Oh no.
That's not a joke part. That's not part of the bit. We'll get back to the bit here in a second. Don't do it. Don't send him anything.
This guy's the reason I finally got a P.O. box.
Yes.
Honestly.
This guy's not good news.
I say weirdos.
Never.
Okay. I'm fascinated by this strange culture that I don't really have much to do with. So go ahead.
Run away from it, Ope. Run away as fast as you can.
This actually kind of breaks my heart a little because I want Opie to stay like pure and like this nice, happy thing he has been recently.
Right.
And I don't want him to like get sucked into this shit.
Opie, stay away.
Yeah.
Well, I'd heard from reputable sources that you were involved in some doxing. And that was all I needed to hear.
It wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That was all I needed to hear to.
Dude. You know. All right. That's what, Corn. You know what? If I see you, if when I make my computer journey, I'm going to put you through a fucking table. Have a nice day.
Whoa! Did Jake just say he was going to put the ear of corn through a table?
Yes.
First of all, the amount of force it would take to put a small ear of corn through a table is remarkably difficult. Number two.
Well, if you have a certain type of strength, you never know.
You're right. N-word strength. So, wait, what? Oh, did I do a different?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a thrashing tonight.
No.
So anyway, don't say no. Don't say
You always
no.
say such violent things about it first, and I'm scared.
Look, you don't think thrashing is a loving term? All right, I'm going to give you a nice, decent rogering.
Now it just sounds gay.
Let's take it back to the old country. So I want to point out there are now 2 people who have now threatened the corn. Chad Zumach.
That's awful.
And Jake Hudson.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Opie's looking around like, did you see this?
Let's get back to the doggy. Doggy and Opie in the morning.
Hey, Ope, why don't you get back into radio?
I don't think he likes me, Opie.
You know what? Again, Opie's on a roll with these clips. He pretty much nailed it there. So
Opie seems fine, yeah, except don't let that guy on your stream.
I think now this is before, so I should have done this one first.
Oh, this was the prelude to the corn
I think this was the prelude to the corn. This is Jake and Opie together, and this is Opie realizing that he's got a problem.
This guy down here says this guy is Opie's Beetlejuice. That's an insult to Beetlejuice.
Lame Shark, we thought for a minute that maybe Jake could be contained and he could be a Beetlejuice type
part of
figure.
a whack pack.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, not going to happen. He threatened to put a cartoon corn through a table, for Christ's sake.
That would be insulting to the whack pack.
Yeah. Apologize to Beat.
It's like, Man Cow is streaming now, streaming on YouTube.
Good for Man Cow.
That's my response as well.
He's a jerk.
Can he
How about
sit?
that? Do you like the Man Cow there, Jake Hudson?
I just tolerate him.
You just tolerate him?
Yeah. What do you think about?
Somebody did write in the chat, Jake, you are unhealthily obsessed with people.
I just saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the service we can pay back to the internet for any ugliness we might have put out there. We can warn people about Jake.
Honest to God, and this is coming from 2 people who embraced him at first. We totally embraced him. We promoted him. We sent him merch and gifts and everything, and we took every phone call.
Until we couldn't take any more goddamn phone calls.
And then we just decided to be like, guys, there's something wrong here, and just for the health of the show, we've got to cut this off, and that's
tap
it.
out.
And it did not end well.
So then he went into the Kermit and Friends Discord and gave out our address. Thanks, Jake.
Got us swatted. That's fun.
Bubba.
I like the Bubba the Love Sponge. Wait, let me put this guy on the big screen.
Look, I can't be a phony. There is still one thing that Opie does, and he puts the in front of people's names, and it does drive me a little bit nuts. Small gripe, still handling it okay.
What if he says he likes the steel toe one day?
That would be okay, but so far, this is what we have Opie on record saying.
Why would I get involved with a steel toe?
Hopefully he changes his mind.
Gave us $1, a whole dollar there, Jake.
You're only going to make 70 cents out of that.
What a fucking prick! Thanks, Jimmy Sunshine. Appreciate it. I hope you're only going to make 70 cents of that.
Oh, he is just a ray of hope and sunshine and love and everything. Fucking, what is this guy?
Oh,
I'll take the 70 cents there, Jake Hudson. You know, times are a little tough for the kid. I don't have the big radio show anymore. I barely have 100 people watching this right now. My numbers are...
You're welcome. I feel like they were a lot smaller before we started talking about Opie.
I feel like his numbers dumped because I have this guy on.
Well, that's true. But he was in the 30s and 40s when we started talking about him. Now he's in the hundreds. And now he's taking our advice on how to behave on his stream and stuff. I feel like... Look, man, we made the video saying we're sorry, but I also feel like I'm owed a thank you. And this is usually where I screw up these relationships.
This is where I want you to watch the I'm owed a thank you thing for a while.
Why?
Because sometimes you come off as arrogant and conceited and you're talking down to these people. I think they owe me a thank you.
It wasn't supposed to be an accident. I'm being arrogant and needy.
Jake Hudson?
The thing is people who there's so many people that want to run my name through a grinder. Listen, I don't.
No, they don't. No, people just want you to leave them alone.
That's actually what most people want, is just to be left alone.
Nobody wants to run your name through a grinder. You maybe, but not your name.
I don't care. Listen, the only people I care about are the people that are in the article. Listen, you know what? Opie's one of the people that I trust, and Opie always
keep an eye on Opie here.
Invitation to come on my show. He has an open invitation. There's the door.
That was beautiful.
Oh, you're looking at the sunrise again?
Uh-oh.
Oh. All right. I think he went to see the sunrise or something. I'll talk to you later, Opie.
There goes Jake Hudson. Opie walks back to see if it's safe to go back on his stream.
What a fucking beautiful sunrise.
That is gorgeous.
Honestly, that makes me a little bit jealous sometimes.
That is a really nice spot.
What a great thing to wake up to.
That's why he needs to be happier.
What happened?
Here.
What happened? Where did Jake go? Yo, Jake, you still there? I like Jake.
No.
Jake,
be careful. Yeah,
Don't
you better
say those things.
You
No.
better say that. That's other,
No.
You want to make
because
sure
he
that you
comes
stay.
back.
Well,
He comes back.
Look, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I would sit up there and have coffee with Opie.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Corn Diff for saying, "Hey, I heard about you giving out Steel Toe's address, and
not siding with that.
I blocked you. You don't have to do that. Certainly, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But that's a very nice gesture. I
It is a
appreciate that.
proper, level-headed response to block people that are known for that kind of thing.
This last clip we have of Opie tonight, I want you guys to decide: is Cardiff turning into a little bit of a diva cuntbag?
Hey.
Or is Cardiff right to be kind of a diva cuntbag because he's being ripped off a lot? Opie is going to host the round table of corn and potatoes, and he's going to get to the bottom of this. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Opie. Again, Opie on a roll.
And yeah, he is.
He's riding a big wave right now with the potatoes and everything else. But also in this clip, you're going to find Opie coming to the realization that we came to a while ago, which is this whole fucking thing is over. Yeah. It's fucking done. It's ridiculous. We're a parody of ourselves at this point if we're doing all this. And I love the corn and the potato.
So I'm not sure about these accusations I've heard about me ripping people off, but
is there a real thing between you two?
Yes.
Cardiff just jumps in. Yes.
Yes.
There is. Fuck that guy.
I love Cardiff's voice.
I love that Cardiff can either be sweet and friendly or he can be very forceful depending on what he needs.
He's suave sometimes.
Yeah.
Why? Because you guys are fighting for the same audience, the same views?
Yes. Yeah. There's a big market out there for vegetable-based comedy, and I want to own it 100%. 100p, as they say.
Well, how you own it is to have the best material with it, and don't worry about these rip-offs.
Whoa. That was not very nice. Opie, you're a baby face now. You did a baby face turn for the internet. You don't go shitting on the corn.
The corn's been very cool to you.
Wow. The corn helped the Opie rehabilitation program, and now you're turning on him because you think the potato's got a bigger following, so you can ride on the potato.
I think the corn and the potato take too much heat.
Not only that, I think the corn and potato are fighting against each other when what they should be doing, linking up.
Why are we steaming the vegetables?
Exactly.
They
have a bird's eye view to this whole podcast world. I'm not sorry.
Rip-offs.
These pointing at corn.
You couldn't
call
you
out.
might be violating his personal space there, Opie. Not that I want to.
You're tickling my cob there. There you go. There you go. I had to help you out. Sorry, it took me a minute.
Oh.
Man, I really like the corn guy, but now I think I might like the potato guy a little better.
Oh, no.
Mission accomplished.
Look at the cute little wink. Did you see Cardiff's wink? That kills me every time.
They are both incredibly charismatic. Let's not start playing favorites, though.
They both have lovely smiles.
So Opie will talk to the corn. Opie will talk to the potato, but...
Why would I get involved with a steel toe?
Maybe if you were a superimposed big toe.
That might be a good idea.
You could put your face on a toe.
That's thinking.
I run around all day saying cheers.
Cheers.
I like
Thank
it.
you.
More than
Another ripoff.
Yeah, but Potato also said the cheers to get on my good side. So
I think he heard it from me, though.
And then we got another guy that said that I gave him his name, so I might like him. Wait, I think I like. All right, hold on.
There's Cardiff Natural Gas, son of a bitch.
I like this guy better.
Oh, thank you. I accidentally got kicked off. Thank you. Thank you.
It wasn't
Mom.
an accident.
What?
because I like that he changes his voice.
This is so weird.
Thank you.
Now, can Cordiff play us a song also?
Wait, who's playing my cheers?
Hum us a song.
Oh, that was me, Opie. I have that drop, and I would play it at night.
Yeah.
And I would talk to it like we were having a conversation. And this was before, obviously, I got to talk to you in real life. I can't believe it!
I don't think I'm high enough for this.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
If you did acid, this would be hilarious.
That's B-Dabbler, right? Am I a fuck up for not knowing? Oh, sorry.
Come on.
I apologize.
You know,
It's
there's a
Cordiff.
wheat diff as well.
A what?
They're getting ripped off everywhere.
There's a wheat diff.
A wheat diff. And people go, hey, Ope, why don't you like get back into the game and put a show together? Because I don't want to compete with vegetables.
He's got a point there. Like, why don't you put a show together? Because you don't want to be Opie from Opie and Anthony, and then let's say for some reason it just doesn't catch on, and fucking vegetables have more views than you do. That's humiliating.
I don't even know what to think about this. I mean, the vegetables could be helping numbers.
I'm getting a vibe right now that if Opie or any of us, and this is why I watch these older guys in this community that, you know, we're on the edge of, on the peripheral of, I watch them as like a cautionary tale. And I'm like, I'm much younger than these people. I don't want to be there. You know, not the potato and the corn and all of that. Those guys are fun. Those guys are great. But like, I don't, like Opie's saying, like, I don't want to get involved with this podcast world. It's fucking bizarre.
I want a watermelon.
See, how is that helping? How is that making, this is not de-escalation.
I'd like a melon diff.
Melon diff.
I like the visual of a beefsteak tomato, but I don't know what to call it.
Steak diff.
Steak diff.
Tomato diff.
Grape diff.
You want a grape?
No, I like a bunch of grapes.
A bunch of grape. Oh, like the member berries. Okay. Possible.
A blueberry
Doable.
could be cute. Blue diff.
Blue diff.
Farmer Opie in the morning.
Why compete when we can partner, Opie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, man. I got a question.
We're in the Opie business.
For anybody. I don't know who hates who. I don't give a crap, to be honest with you. One of you guys is probably a horrendous hater of mine, but whatever. We're having fun. All right,
it's corn diff.
Hey, wait. Does that mean
Cardiff just sold corn diff down the river? He goes, it's corn diff, by the way.
He did do that. So wait, if Opie doesn't care if one of these guys are the haters or something, he considers us a hater of him, which we're not.
Right.
Can we make amends then?
Let's make amends and let's bring this thing full circle.
Because I've found this very adorable.
Cardiff likes us. Cardiff goes on MLC when Kevin's trying to get him to shit on us, and he goes, I have no problem with the Steel Toe guys. We go on each other's shows. So why can't Opie and I figure this shit out?
The way.
It is?
Yes, it's the corn.
You can't see what my fingers are doing right now, but I've got two of them aimed at you.
Wait, why do we just go full screen with everybody? I don't like that.
You're doing it.
You're
All
doing
right,
it.
Let me go back to the czar guy. Minash. 70 czars. Opie, what's the plan here? Simulating Bobo's mind with these vegetables. I hope these guys end up as wow.
That is not very nice. I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's mean-spirited. These are a bunch of vegetables. This is Veggie Tales come to life.
Yeah, exactly. A far more horrific, less biblical form of Veggie Tales.
We can get a cucumber and call it cuke diff.
Cuke diff. There's squash diff.
Pickle diff.
Pickle diff. Oh, pickle diff works.
Oh. Now, Minash is a very good person from South Africa. If he's not liking this, I might have to get rid of all the vegetables.
Don't listen to that idiot.
Well, I'll bow out if Minash doesn't like me. He did give you 70 czar.
He did give me 70 czars, which is the equivalent of $3.50. I appreciate that.
So if I give you 71 czars, can I stay?
Yeah, but how are you going to do that? You don't know how to make czars in America.
I'll go to the currency exchange and I'll mail you 71 czars.
Mail me anything.
No?
I'll give you 72.
One guy wrote, I kind of miss Jake right now. You can definitely tell who's familiar with the corn and the potatoes and who's not, because I'm familiar with these guys and they're all great. And I love that Opie's having fun with the vegetables. Like old Opie from like 2 weeks ago would have been suspicious that one of these potatoes or corns is out to get him.
Mm-hmm.
One of the corn of the potatoes fucking with me, and he's on guard. He's let his guard down. He's let his peacock feathers out, and he's fucking around and having some fun. Now, unfortunately, he caught a Jake Hudson, which is never good.
Yeah, that terrifies me for him.
2 steps forward, 1 step back. It happens.
It's ours, Opie.
Uh-oh. All right. Now,
I'm a potato. I don't work with money.
You know what?
Stupid Cordiff.
Cardiff hates these guys.
So all you guys don't like each other?
No.
Who doesn't like who here? Could you help me with this?
They all love me and worship me and are ripping me off, and I don't like them.
The other 2 are closeted and they hang out underground. At least I'm on a stalk, loud and proud.
Yeah, but all right, wait. This guy. Wait, how do I do this?
Who, me?
I go like, no, wait, that's the wrong way. So I have to go this way.
Me.
All right, this guy.
Hey.
He's saying
there's something about Opie trying to figure out the phone and everything that I like.
I feel like we need to be high to watch this. There's so many
he's
vegetables.
saying that you guys ripped him. Wait, everything's backwards in my stupid camera.
Hi, doggy.
Oh, there's doggy. Doggy. Doggy.
I don't say it like that.
See, look, he's got a sense of humor. He's got a sense of humor.
I know. This is good.
I don't say it like that.
Doggy.
I don't say it like that.
Doggy.
I do say it like that, but in an endearing way. It really.
I say doggy.
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 I don't accent it like that. You're insulting me.
He does say doggy.
It's doggy.
It's doggy.
Doggy.
A way of saying words.
DOAWGIE.
There's
Doggy.
definitely a W in there.
Yeah.
Stop insulting Opie, you bastards.
Yeah, thanks.
Jesus, Cardiff.
But this is the reason why I probably will.
You know what? If Cardiff ends up seeing this, I might clip this so Cardiff ends up seeing this. He's not behaving well.
He's getting a little bitchy, but does he have grounds to be bitchy here?
I think in this clip we can call him cuntdiff. He's being a little bitchy.
Now, a cuntdiff, that's a funny concept.
That would be a fun one. We got to get a cuntdiff.
You know, officially come back to broadcasting because it's obviously has passed me by. This is like insanity.
I agree.
Like I said, Opie, I would be more than willing to hold your hand and guide you into the future of vegetable-based comedy broadcasting.
All right, what what
it's
vegetable
a
you think I could be?
A carrot.
I'm actually what?
A carrot?
He's stupid.
No,
you're not a carrot.
Who said carrot?
Cordiff.
I did, Mama.
Kicked him out.
Goodbye.
Okay, so Cordiff is out.
I think of you more.
It's a 2-veggie race.
Honestly, Opie, you could innovate and you could start the fruit revolution. I see you as a peach.
Oh, peach.
I'm alert.
Peach diff?
The corn is the winner. The last man standing is corn diff.
Why did we kick off Cardiff?
Because he's allergic to peaches. Opie's allergic to peaches, so he got mad and he kicked off corn diff. So Cardiff. So corn diff wins.
Do you ever hear of somebody having like allergies to something and just be like, that is the weirdest
That's
thing
a
I've
weird
ever heard?
allergy, yeah.
Do you want to hear this weird thing my brother is allergic to?
What?
And it was only after he found out he had type 1 diabetes and started taking insulin.
Come.
He will violently throw up if he ingests bananas. I've never heard of a banana allergy.
Well, he doesn't have to try and shove the whole thing down his throat. That's probably why he's puking.
I've never heard of a banana allergy until then.
We got 16 seconds of Opie in the corn.
The peaches.
Opie, I see you as whatever you want to be. How's that?
You kiss ass.
That wasn't brave.
Oh,
that wasn't brave.
Opie kicked off the corn.
I like people that have an actual opinion.
There you go.
Ooh, how about a birthday cake?
Diff. Birth diff.
Cake diff.
I gotta say, I think Opie's streak is still alive.
It is. I think he is very funny in his clips now.
He's letting his hair down. He's hanging out with the corn. You got to, if you're hearing this, and I know you watch Steel Toe stuff, buddy, you got to get rid of Jake.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge that's the best way. Just don't address, don't say anything. Honestly, don't denounce him. Just don't say anything.
Honest to God, the only thing Jake can be for you is a headache and a problem, and that's on his best behavior.
And the thing is it didn't have to be that way, but something. I think Jake thought who the fuck he was eventually from getting on enough people's shows.
Yes.
That he started getting an attitude. I don't know.
And you shit on the corn.
You and
Chad Zumach are the only two people to shit on the corn. Couple of tards. Stevie J says the weirdest allergies are adult onset allergies from tick bites. They are only recently understood by science. Did your brother get bit by a tick?
No, I'm telling you, he started taking insulin when we found out he was a diabetic, and he was just violently allergic to bananas.
All right. Alcata says there's room for ribeye diff. Ribeye diff.
God, what's your ideal diff?
Dill diff. Pickle could be dill diff, right?
That could be fun.
All right, guys, that's enough. That's our time. We're out. We ran up all of your time. We hope you, if you're a nighttime worker, here's our biggest goal for this show, not the monetary goal. If you're working and listening to us, we want to be a show that helps you pass that shift time. Is like, because if you listen to the morning show and you listen to the whole thing, that kills more than half your shift.
Yes, it does.
What?
Somebody at the top of the chat here had said miscarriage diff.
Wow.
That just seemed
holy
a
shit.
Little rich.
That was heavy.
That was
yikes.
Slimy and weird.
Well, at any rate, guys, if you watch this show during work or you listen to this show during work, you listen to the morning show, you got more than half your day out the door by the time we're done. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. April and I will be back at 6 a.m. Central Time. April, thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you in the bedroom, bitch. And hit the like button, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and we will talk to you tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone.